Chai! Now wow! People who supposed talk through to power don't supposed talk through to power don't talk. Now 500,000 they go farmer us, all of they go farmer us, all of fear not. Maiyegun don't come. Maiyegun torchlight every corner, look torchlight every corner. Not bad people wey dey spoil our country. Bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we laugh. So my people make we laugh. My people make we shout. My people make we shout. Maiyegun the man of the masses. Maiyegun the man of the masses. Maiyegun diary politico. Maiyegun diary politico. This one not dey off in mind. This one not dey off in mind. And he dey torchlight every corner. He dey torchlight every corner. Okay, some people be dey holla say they want the power. They holla say they want the power. Say we go get like some power. Say we go get like some power. They can't get the power. But now they not dey do anything with the power. But now they not dey do anything with the power. Just they get every power. Just they get the power. Make we them talk say, make we of mine. Maiyegun don go. Maiyegun make you laugh. My people make you laugh. My people make we shout. My people make we shout. Maiyegun the man of the masses. Maiyegun the man of the masses. Maiyegun diary politico. Maiyegun diary politico. This one not dey off in mind. This one not dey off in mind. Person wey dey do evil no one make person wey dey do evil no one make that Maiyegun. That man today say that Maiyegun. That man say Maiyegun diary. Say Maiyegun diary. But every day then they take money in bulk. Then they take money in bulk. Dey the street dey come and begin dey the street dey hot. Make we dem talk say, but thank God say Maiyegun don come say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you laugh. Maiyegun don come. Maiyegun don come. My people make you shout. My people make you shout. Maiyegun the man of the masses. Maiyegun the man of the masses. Maiyegun diary politico. Maiyegun diary politico. This man not dey up. This man not dey off in mind. Aha. Now you wanna don hear o.
For joining me, and as you are joining, just take a moment, okay? Share the podcast. Invite your friends and invite your not so friendly friends. Just anyone that should be here should join us this evening as well, okay? Share the broadcast. To you from wherever you're watching from. This is Maiyegun.
Lórí Facebook àní èsì àìkíjú. Owó bó ṣe ń lọ ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra dára sí. Àní ẹ̀sùn àìkíjú. àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú lórí Facebook.
It has got, I mean, it has don't get, I mean, put it, go back, get started. Read the caption of this broadcast. Share the broadcast. Invite everyone that you think should be here. I know it's always a long one, especially if you have to watch this again. Or if you are joining us live, it's quite interesting. You probably won't even notice that you've been here for long. So share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Maiyegun today. Thank you very much for joining me again. And if you have share the broadcast, I want to say thank you to you. If this is your first time of joining Maiyegun live, the question we have been asking, you seems that we have a regular. All you have to do is to take a minute, tag the subscribe or like or follow your show wherever it is that could notify you whenever Maiyegun is live. Obedient. Now, tonight's broadcast, as you can see the rider, I am not here. So the crumb eaters, I am not crumb chasers here this evening. Ass leakers, patronize boot leakers, all risers, any of them that you know. And at the same time, possibly help guide us to understand how much damages and destructions they have done to us in the name of one Nigeria. Even if you are not so vast in the differences that has brought about this so much open disdain and hatred for one another, I can possibly help you to understand and certificates why. And at the same time, if you are, we have a chance asking that we must all probably even like strive for right now. Money, a chance there is also to redefine for you our whether you are going to take those answers, not in the hands or not of those who brought us to tonight. So again, what I'm going to do tonight, share the broadcast. Yes, we admit that in Nigeria we have what is called Igbophobia, and that is the phobia that many people who are non-Igbos but Nigerians are for every Igbo man or woman. It is a phobia that so many of us have managed, right, to overcome. That is why today I am not here to patronize them, because that is not the only thing we have in Nigeria. Yes, we have Yoruba phobia too. We have Hausa Fulani phobia too. So all of us, as we have been cramped together in that land that the criminals in charge have made more frustrating for every one of us, they have created that you always see on MaiyegunDiary Politico. I'll tell you which has also short videos hidden so mostly by our hypocrisy. But what if we begin to speak to our own individual biases or hypocrisy to start with? Maybe we'll begin to heal and understand events, the damages, acts that these guys are doing to us who every now and then they ask the responsibility to stand up for one running in Nigeria, that they are working day and night. How much of their actions are impacting in our own everyday life, even when you are not living in Nigeria. And to get this message across, me and you, in my own style. Now, in Nigeria, there is this unwritten, and it is actually what you know. I always want to get whatever you are doing, to think, right? That is why it is not always in short forms, okay? I am actually going to, possibility of a national conversation, something that has to do with find a way, not just you to quickly deliver the message in a very short form, collective, enough for your own somehow, expected as a non-choice, I would say, to be very careful. For now, it is always great found out that to join us live, the same everywhere. That is like Igbos themselves into a after program experiencing that, what we call the Nigerian genocidal war, available to watch, so to say, when you are like force them to remain part of Nigeria today, or Nigeria they themselves grew up 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. in some instances, knowing that, however, they have to be the best very careful of joining us who are non-Igbos. Now, this sentiment exists. Now that you know why we are every one of us, I bet you have read the caption of the broadcast as well. Right, I will start to overcome this biases in order for us to see the current clearly minister that it is actually beyond. So I'll give you the background, ethnic this versus ethnic that, tribal this versus tribal that, religious this versus religious that. It is indeed a complete mad place. Now that the only beneficiaries is known, or let me say, it was known people as human rights, that the Nigerian existence of unity is non-negotiable. But you and I, who are the victims, we are expected defending the public and all that stuff. Here are some of them. In one of his records, there is unwritten agreement. It was somehow once that Igbos as traders. Remember the people who recovered from the ruins of Bola Tinubu and were given 20 pounds, something you could call, you could say was 20 naira each act of criminality to recover. Then they rebuild the man, and yet never fully reintegrated back into Nigeria. And the only time you get to know some of these past whenever their election is coming up, or an opportunity for ethnic attack or tribal attack, one versus the other in any part of Nigeria. These are the times you get to know that they have never been fully accepted everything, back into Nigeria by the owners of Nigeria. So however, they cleared him. There is something. The first person who was so angered, you possibly took action. If you are a non-Igbo, you'll be asking. He took the state assembly to court. The Igbos wanted to leave Nigeria, although he lost, right? Yeah, and Nigeria fought to keep them. They didn't fight to keep them as a people. They fought to keep the land that currently, or at the time, even now, is now that house what Nigeria somehow exists 2023 as they have schemed it. Now, pretty much like don't feign any kind of hypocrisy here, okay? If you don't like Tinubu and you like Atifku, or you don't like a region and you like the place rather than living ignorant to develop other places, like assuming in my book they want to take over the place. Don't feign any Nigeria. You are all trying to save Nigeria. That's the message. You want to save Nigeria. But there's something I want to show you. We know that is not it. I shared it earlier. Now things are about to get more dirtier now. Nigeria. Now this guy came out, right? Let me give you another background of Nigeria so that you can know the kind of southern Nigeria as you are watching right now. Apart from the fact that he has golden gold, eating his vomit that is laying the gold. It's not just that; he is also helping to stoke wasted fire of tribal criminals. Continue to say, clashes and all of that existence is non-negotiable. Look at it this way. Find out in this Nigeria could actually be so now. Keyamo is if the intention of the criminals in Nigeria was good, ever good, but because the one could make Nigeria great or better, is the one domicile who happen to be in charge of labor, the rulers or the alleged. Why this one is the junior? Now under them, what do I mean? This is world map now. Nigeria medical practitioners. Let's do something together. Nurses, I'll show you something. Specialists and the rest of everybody them. Have to come down to Western Nigeria, vacated and left Nigeria, which made the Western Nigeria even more richer. Despite the Nigeria that has kept many of them out of continued surgery room or operation theater. Wastage of our own resources so far. Yeah. Now, as that failure didn't stop, right? Why? These guys are because Nigeria to actually really create any jobs that way in charge of labor. Not just that, right? Okay. If ASU is on strike and these ridiculous human beings, right? Now let's say they have also made a mess of that, Nigeria. Right? Not just that. Everybody have to. But you know this guy in particular, this Festus Otobo Keyamo, Lagos, to transact a business once before they can move to another part of Nigeria. Was going to create. Therefore, how many jobs? The areas who could have 20,000 also jobs better enough to create enabling jobless development that could create jobs, right? They continue to what? To ignore them, and it is intentional.
gutter,
right. This is on your screen, right?
Streets
This is
and all
Nigeria.
that. And we need 10,000 unemployed Nigerians.
Now, if you check it very well,
774 local government areas. And the money will, it will cost the government of Nigeria
now
50 billion
if I
naira.
enlarge my screen,
Festus Keyamo ran his own scam too. And people started queuing up for that
you
job.
will see Lagos,
right?
Yeah.
Well, today, the job no longer exists because the money budgeted for it was for a scheme to scam the Mughals who actually still listen to somebody like that. But
I'm going to see if I can get
I actually want to point a few other things out. So, apart from the failure that APC, Ebekegbe represents, there are many questions.
Now, if you see
ordinarily,
that is
whether
the
you like
center
Tinubu or you don't like Tinubu,
it doesn't really matter.
Trade, okay? Right?
It's like
in
this
Nigeria,
which
automatically attracts a
only
lot of people
10%,
from every part of Nigeria. It was deliberate.
Of, now, if my screen comes back
of Nigeria elected, Bokuwari, 15 million.
I'm going to take this off for a second until I fix that,
like
okay?
Less than 10%.
Now, when my screen comes back
on, maybe 7.5%.
I'm going to show you
the supposed population of Nigeria.
If they had
those who are
intention
suffering it
of developing Nigeria,
suffering that
what majority of
that
people are
actually looking for,
every one of
from
us,
my own findings,
which
I believe
slaves and
is more accurate, if you ask,
suffering
is that
suffer.
People want to,
everybody is sharing
stability.
That's why I said,
whether you want them or you don't want them,
access to,
or you are part of them, or whether you are part of them or not,
access to,
there are some questions that ordinarily you would like
say?
answers to.
Give me a sec.
Like his name,
right? Did people want to have access to good health care, safe place to stay, home over their educational background,
and then food on the table for their own family?
Is something that makes you feel like you are a human being living as a human being, not like a squatter or somebody in concentration camp.
23, yeah.
But how could you create opportunities when they have intentionally
naira
limited those opportunities
to pretend to stand up against him?
They want to share it with, right?
And he's
now,
able,
when my screen comes back on, I'll share with you. There you see that line,
even for
that same Atlantic Ocean,
for that money.
Right?
Now that's not it. That is not
Lagos Seaport is
the point
built
is
on.
that there are questions.
That same Atlantic Ocean is lying straight
whether you get
down
the answers or not.
South of Nigeria,
always be there. But there are some of them
to,
that have been answered
to the creek of Niger Delta.
Right? However,
now, if Nigeria had the intention of creating enabling environment genuinely, right? Northern Nigeria during colonialism, they said Northern Nigeria was for growing commercial crops for food and all that.
I think that's where we should
Southern
start
Nigeria
for this
was for growing commercial crops as well and processing them, and at the same time exporting them, taking them out of Nigeria.
Peter Obi, who has now become the target man for all.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic, and if we talk, na 500,000 they go sama us call am hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we loud, Maiyegun don come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don come, Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don come, Maiyegun Diary Politico, Maiyegun don come, this one na dey off in mind, Maiyegun don come, and in dey touchlight every corner. Okay, Some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the
Good morning there. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Glory Facebook, glory YouTube. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í.
It has started, put it that way. It don't get, put it like Loba get started. Read the caption of this broadcast. Share the broadcast. Invite everyone that you think should be here. I know it's always a long one, especially if you have to watch this again. But if you are joining us live, it's quite interesting that you probably won't even notice that you've been here for long. So share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Maiyegun today.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Maiyegun today.
You can call the Lagos Abobakus as well. The question we have been asking, it seems that we have answers for them now. So tag the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the humbled slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, the crumb eaters, crumb chasers, ass lickers, boot lickers, all risers, any of them that you know, before we get started.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá ayé ẹ̀sùnra jù aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò.
If you have been among those who have been asking for Tinubu's educational qualifications and certificates, they have answer for you. If you are those asking for the source of Ashiwaju's money, there is also an answer for you. Whether you are going to take those answers or not, we'll find out tonight. Again, share the broadcast. Yes.
Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran òun. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Thank you very much. So, to many of you who possibly would prefer short, sort of short clips, short videos to the lengthy ones that you always see on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I'll tell you why short videos are so rare on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. My channel is basically storytelling to start with, where happenings, events, acts of those who have been saddled with the responsibility of running a country in Nigeria, how much of their actions are impacting in our own everyday life, even when you are not living in Nigeria. And to get this message across in my own style, I use storytelling, and it is actually what you know. I always want to get people to, to think. That is why it is not always in short forms. Okay, I am actually going to begin to improvise as well in order to find a way to quickly deliver a message in a very short form, enough for your own, your sort of choice, I would say. But for now, it is always great to join us live. That is like you logging in into a program that you are always going to be available to watch, so to say, when you are like from 8 p.m. UK time or Niger time to maybe 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. in some instances. However, this is the best part, joining us live. Right. Now that you know why we are here, I bet you have read the caption of the broadcast as well. I will start with this guy. He's the current minister. So I'll give you the background, okay? He's the current minister of labor in Nigeria under this Buhari's government. Now, before now, is known, or let me say, he was known as a human rights lawyer who always fights against corruption, corrupt public officials, defending the public and all that stuff. In one of his records, right, he was once pissed that his boss, late Chief Gani Faweyimi, who took Bola Tinubu to court for forgery, perjury, and other act of criminality that he committed. The man that first beamed the searchlight on Tinubu's, criminal past.
However, Tinubu settled out of court, and the Lagos State House of Assembly were the first to clear him. So they investigated, they said everything, all the allegations, they are nonsense. They didn't, so they cleared him. And the first person who was so angered and took action was this guy on your screen. He took the State Assembly to court, although he lost. Yeah. But today, this man on your screen, who happened to be the Minister of Labor, Junior Minister of Labor in Nigeria, is now the spokesperson for Tinubu 2023. Now, let's now pretty much don't feign any kind of hypocrisy here, okay? If you don't like Tinubu and you like Atiku, or you don't like Atiku and you like Peter Obi, listen, don't feign any ignorance here. You are all the same. In my book, okay, don't feign any hypocrisy, okay? You are all trying to save Nigeria. That's your message. You want to save Nigeria, but we know that is not it. Now, things are about to get more dirtier now. Now, this guy came out. Let me give you another background of his so that you can know the kind of person he is as you are watching right now. Apart from the fact that he has, sort of hitting his vomit right now, it's not just that. He's also helping to stoke the fire of tribal discord, tribal, clashes and all of that stuff, as you later find out in this chat, okay? Now, Keyamo is the junior minister to Ngige. Ngige, the Okija Shatabandu, is the one who happened to be in charge of labor in Nigeria, right? Why this one is the junior. Now, under them, the Nigeria medical practitioners, doctors, nurses, specialists, and the rest of them, more of them have vacated and left Nigeria because of the labor disputes that has kept many of them out of surgery room or operation theater in 7 years. Now, as that failure didn't stop, right? These guys have been unable to actually really create any jobs in charge of labor. Not just that, okay? ASU is on strike, and these ridiculous human beings, right? They have also made a mess of that, right? Not just that. But this guy in particular, this Festus Otobo Keyamo, he once rose to say he was going to create how many jobs? 720,000 jobs for the jobless young people in Nigeria. Guess what were the jobs? They were going to be cleaning gutter, drainages, streets, and all that. And they would need 10,000 unemployed Nigerians from 774 local government areas. And the money it will cost the government of Nigeria 50 billion naira. So, Festus Otobo Keyamo ran his own scam too. And people started queuing up for that job, right? Well, today, the job no longer exists because the money budgeted for it was for a scheme to scam the Mughals who actually still listen to somebody like that. But I actually want to point a few other things out. Apart from the failure that APC, Ebekegbe, represents, there are many questions that ordinarily, whether you like Tinubu or you don't like Tinubu, it doesn't really matter, okay? It is like this of Bokwari, only 10%. Is it up to 10%? 10% of the supposed population of Nigeria elected, Bokwari, 15 million out of 200 million. That's even like less than 10%. We can say maybe 7.5% of the supposed population of Nigeria. Now, guess those who are suffering that choice or that decision? Every one of us, including those unboot slaves and obedient fools. The suffering and smiling suffer heads. Everybody is sharing. So That's why I said, now, whether you want them or you don't want them, right? Or you are part of them, or whether you are part of them or not, there are some questions that ordinarily you would like answers to. Like his name, his real name, his real parents, his educational background, is so wealthy that he managed to pay how much? 18, 19, 21, 23. Yeah, 23 people, 100 million naira each to pretend to stand up against him, right? And he's still able, right, to get ready for even further money, Abi. Now, that's not it. That is not it. The point here is that there are questions and people want answers. Ordinary, whether you get the answers or not, they will always be there. But there are some of them that have been answered, although funnily, right? However, I'll start with another guy. The first thing first as well, Festus Otobo Keyamo made an allegation today, okay, which started with a video. I think that's where we should start from in order for this face by face explanation to really make sense to you and connect well, okay? Peter Obi, who has now become the target man for all their tribal, biases, hatred, and the rest of that against the Igbos. So Obi represent the figure of their hatred for Igbos as we speak. Now, there is this message. Let me see if I can still see that. Let's start with that. Now, there's this message on social media. All right. Hang on. I think it's this one. Or before that, there were reports that in order for Tinubu and APC, Egbekegbe, right, to have any chance at all in order to further the ruins and destruction that they represent with Tinubu and every other plot they have behind it, they really have to go dirty and dirtier, as dirty as possible. Now, part of what we heard was that, for Yorubas and for Igbos, right, for 2023, they are going to decide. Now, they started recruiting people, okay, across board to start opening different social media handles. Their job, okay, is this, to stoke that tribal, ethnic, can I say war or clash, something that is really, really not good. Now, the intention there is that you will begin to see different Facebook names, and those names, they may be, they will be in Igbo names like Chukwu di Biafra, IPOB obedient, and all kind of like that. That the narrative already shows that the Igbos, right, they are queuing behind Obi. But what they are not telling you is that there are also Yorubas, there are others queuing behind him, but the narrative won't work that way. To make it work, they have all these fake accounts now popping up, and the job is the same. The Igbos, the account with Igbo names, right, they'll be saying horrible things about Yorubas. Now, the other part will be the fake account with Yoruba names, okay? And they'll be saying horrible things about the Igbos. Now, this bot account, this fake account, will then be unleashed everywhere. Now, once these accounts are there and they tweet or write anything, for example, if Obi becomes president of Nigeria, the Igbos are going to take over Yoruba land. We just want you to know, because we own Yoruba land. We are the ones who own Lagos. Now, you'll be reading things like that, right? You will respond, you are mad. Who told you that the Igbos own Lagos? You'll be engaging in that. And that will continue to breed that bad blood between the Yorubas and Igbos. I'm still coming on. Then there will be some popular handles. For example, popular people with more and huge followings, right? Those ones will now be sharing those tribal slurs, bigoted messages and all of that. Those are the ones that will then escalate them, amplify them. So, and it seems to be working already. Guess the first person that has now helped amplify that? Peter Obi. Now, take a look at this. Somebody posted this, right? Look at the name. They don't really have any clear definition or what have you, right? But look at the name. It said, Yoruba, shine your eyes, oh. If you vote for Peter Obi, it's automatically voting for seaport in South, South, and Southeast. Then the Igbos will stop coming to Lagos, to Lagos State to invest. Rather, they will go to Delta and River State. They may even stop building houses in Lagos, and it will affect a lot of Yorubas. Watch you. Lot of Yorubas. So Yoruba Ronu. Now, this message is so popular today on WhatsApp, Nigeria WhatsApp. Okay. Now, it's so popular that even Peter Obi got the message and it amplified it. Okay.
Is that things that will change? Let me show you a WhatsApp. Let me read out the WhatsApp for you. Let me just show you a WhatsApp I sent to someone. Is there anybody here who can read very well? And everybody will hear him? Yes. This is a WhatsApp sent by Tinubu's group. No, read it out. I want you to read it out. Everybody can.
Power glad label.
No.
Okay.
Just read out what it says.
Yoruba, shine your eyes on. If you vote for Peter Obi, is automatically voting for seaport in South and Southeast. Then the Igbos will stop coming to Lagos State to invest. Rather, they will go to Delta and River State. They may even stop building houses in Lagos. It will affect a lot of Yorubas. Yoruba Renu.
This is your country. He don't see the value of let's have something better. He leaves all the confusion. And that's it. And he was about it. I'm not sorry, I'm not using it.
No, it's okay.
He was about it.
It's okay.
Once he comes here and give him money, he said, Jagaban is the best candidate. Even when the man is not well. That's the problem of the country. That's the problem. He has to ask himself a question. Hey, he will tell you.
So, this is what it's like baiting a fish, right? If you want to go fishing, you have to put bait on your hook. So, it is called fishing. In this case, right? We need to drive the narrative around hate, around, hatred for one another, around this unity. Because the only way, I've told you this many times, right? All your politicians who are all the same, in chaos, where you have more confusion, they would always be kind of those options that you say, oh, I'll pick this one or that one. But in fact, it is like steering the tank, okay, in order to catch the fish. That's what it is. confusion, baiting them on social media today. What you can call the war between the Yorubas and Igbos is taking its own dimension already. Now let's go back to Festus Otobokeyamo. Festus Otobokeyamo, who is very much privy to the usual APC propaganda. Remember that before 2014, 2015, when there was no APC, the level of hatred, the level of bad blood that you now see in Nigeria today were alien, right? People were not so bold to be publicly showing their bigotry like you are seeing today. And because of that, when APC came and they were tagging everybody this, everyone that, they amplified that. And today, they have become worse than what they called people at the time. And it is like the masters in the game. And this is how they play it. Social media is playing a big role in what is going on in Nigeria. And if I must tell you, APC, Egbekegbe, who use that same social media to gain power, they have lost control of that social media to the point that they even blocked Twitter, suspended the usage of Twitter, and threatened to stop and suspend the usage of all social media in Nigeria because they are not in control. They are unable to control the content on there. Now, the same APC, Egbekegbe, the master in the propaganda, they now realize that the only gap they can actually use and widen is to turn Yorubas versus Igbos. Many of you are already turned, though. That is why I'm saying that you have to drop your own hypocrisy. Whether you are Obio, whether you are Tifku, whether you are Tifnumbu, all of them be the same in my book. And what is the definition? According to every one of you in these different camps, you are so convinced that you have what it takes to fix Nigeria by shying away from the real problem, the truth, that you supporting them, you are as convinced. Put it this way, when you meet a Lagos Abobaku, Oshogbo Alimajiri and the rest, they are very, very convinced that if Tinubu is going to make Nigeria greater, better, blah, 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 boo. If you meet Atifku, articulated moguls, articulators, articulated morons, they are also dead, so sure and convinced they are going to make Nigeria great. Now, when you meet the obedient too, Atifku is a thief. Tifnumbu is a thief. Obi is going to then fix Nigeria. What is then the difference in the theory? You are all convinced that you're going to fix. So to me, all of you, you are the same. Trying to fix what you know, or you can't even explain how you want to fix it. But to make it clearer, why some of us don't want to invest our own anything in it at all is this. We can see now on the pathway to Golgotha, Igbos versus Yorubas, who is going to then save Nigeria, Obi or Tifnumbu, while the rest of them are now amplifying what they have set out. And what is that? Some of you don't know, or maybe your emotion that is running riot today is not allowing you to pay attention. You see, this year, 2023, is going to be worse
than what you witnessed in 2014, 2015. Now, this time around, the Fulani terrorists in government of Nigeria, they have now set two prominent ethnic nationality or two prominent ethnic groups in southern Nigeria against each other. And you are likely going to be their collateral damages. Now, you can choose. Possibly if you have a choice, like I'm giving you a choice now, a choice that you can choose your own poison, or you need to understand them before you make those choices, okay? Here we go. Keyamo now came out. That, listen, Obi is a liar. Excuse me, if the volume is acting up, please let me know, okay? Because I don't really want to miss anything at all. By chance. Hang on. Yeah, I think that should be me. Again, keep tapping on me, okay? Just tap on me and say, Maiyegun, the voice is going down. Again, I'll pick it up. So I think it's a bit better now, yeah? I can see that as well on my screen. I know one of the reasons why it kind of go down is that my mixer is a digital one, which means sometimes when the cable just touches it, right? I don't know, just kind of just, you know, it's crazy, right? Let's see. Right. Now that they have all this while, there's this other guy. That one is doing it for Atifku. And those ones are called the Mekano Boys. The Mekano Boys is just a tag name for the Articulutas, okay? As you know, Mekano generator, and you know Atifku. So they call them Mekano Boys. And there's this Reno Omokri. Now, Reno Omokri has been also baiting other Nigerians who are supporting Obi. He's been baiting them with that tribal, ethnic, sort of setup. However, those are popular ones, Abi. As you are right now, once you go on social media, you are likely going to be interacting with a fake account that is bearing Igbo names. And you will realize that everything that Igbo account is going to be posting, there are always going to be things to aggravate. No, I have a no, sorry. To aggravate you. No, I don't want to use aggravate. Something to upset you. So as a Yoruba man, you are going to read things. All of these are just to set what is about to happen in motion. So that Obi has fallen for one, and many of you are already falling for that. That's why I'm trying to help you understand what they have in stock for you. So Keyamo came out and said, Obi is a liar. I mean, everybody no say Obi is a liar. Obi is a liar. That's what he said, Keyamo. And he said, even from what they have been told, that it was Obi people who now posted on social media. In fact, they are saying Obi people are IPOB members, right? So they said they are the ones putting something on social media, sharing them on WhatsApp, and that is the one Obi is amplifying to cause Igbo versus Yoruba. And Obi himself is saying people who are following Jagaban, they are only following because of money. Tinubu is sick. Now, these are like a double-barrel shot from Obi in the same day. So Keyamo responded. Keyamo said they have received intel that, in fact, in one of the Obi's show-off, that Obi is planning to stage a fake assassination attempt. Now, Keyamo said that one. He said Obi is planning to stage a fake assassination attempt so that everybody will now be so sympathetic. They want to kill him. Oh, they want to kill him. That is why they know he's going, all that stuff. Keyamo said that one today. In other words, the stage is set. But let me detour a little bit. You see, so many of you have questions, especially about Tinubu. There is a man called Dele Alake. If you have been conversant with Lagos State Ajeles, the product of Tinubu's political academy. You will know who Dele Alake is. He is also the former commissioner of information, or commissioner for information, Lagos State. That's 20 years ago, under Tinubu in Lagos. His job is to tell you about Tinubu or anything Tinubu is involved in. He knows him very well. Dele Alake, who served Tinubu loyally for over 20 years. And with all the successes of Tinubu in Lagos, we heard that Dele Alake suffered stroke, a partial stroke recently. But there is no medical facility or medical center in the entire Lagos State or Southwest Nigeria or the entire Nigeria that could attend to him. Unfortunately, they had to bring him down to the UK. Now, Dele Alake has been living in the UK for a while now, enjoying our own NHS, the one we they pay for. He came here using your money to come and enjoy the same thing. But you, that ordinary Okada crash, die, leg don't break, hip don't shake, hip don't shift, backbone or neck, your neck don't crack. They say, may then take you to the people where they use the local then go find somebody where they do orthopedic for your village. But anyway, that's your choice. Dele Alake, who knows Tinubu very well, was first featured on a Twitter space where he was being asked, okay, oh, come on, tell us about Jagaban now. People have been asking this question, this drug dealing, this looted money, this, that stuff. You know what I mean? Just we, the young people following Tinubu, we just want to give us some talking points. Well, Dele Alake said, all those things are nonsense. In fact, it is Peter Obi that people should go and ask questions from. The one that said he saved money for his own Anambra people when his people were dying of kwashiorkor. That's what he said, Dele Alake. And the kwashiorkor is something you don't really talk about. It is like, something they say, if you are in America and you call the black man nigger, right? That is, that's something that is frowned upon, seriously, right? I mean, it's offensive. Now, the reason is because the story behind it. Now, you see the story behind using a kwashiorkor to describe the people of Eastern Nigeria is coming from the state-sponsored the Nigerian-sponsored, starvation, starving the civilians caught in the Nigerian genocidal war of 1967 to 1970. Now, if there had been any sort of a restitution, what's the other one again? A restitution, like a closure, where those who committed those crimes have indeed, right, either apologized, Nigeria apologized as well to give those who are the victims a closure. Nigeria continue to poke the wound, especially whenever it is convenient for them. Right? So politics is getting, I'm still telling you more from their side, why you should also know that this is them. It is not Yoruba. I want to say that to you so clear now, right? This is who they are. Now, Dele Alake couldn't tell everyone what exactly Tinubu or who Tinubu was and is. However, he appeared on a program. I'm sorry for the quality of the video, by the way. Just manage them, okay? A lot of people are so interested and they recorded this on their own phones and shared it. And I think I should share with you. Starting with what is Tinubu's original name from the man who have known Tinubu, according to him, for over 30 years. Listen.
Yeah, thank you for that question. Now, let me tell you point blank that his name, as far as I know, is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay. Now, if anybody else has another name that I'm not aware of and has proof of that name, how do you defend this person come forward? So many things since 1999, so many issues have been raised concerning his origin, concerning his name, and all of that. And some names have been, blown out there, put in the public domain, like I would say, but nobody has come to prove or show any evidence of those names being his biological name, or of some people being his parents outside of those he says are his parents. Now, if you must allege, you must prove. You can't just allege and then go away and assume that everybody else will be.
That's your answer. But we will know that Tinubu said the current governor of Osun, the one, the outgoing governor, is his own cousin. And from the record, the mother of the current governor of Osun State, Oletola, his own mother, happened to be the junior sister to Tinubu's mother from Iragbiji. That's how you can trace it. Okay. Now, according to people, if Tinubu's mother, original mother, is a sister to the mother of the current Osun State governor, and Osun State governor is a second cousin to Tinubu, that means the Iragbiji story makes sense, right? But anyway, they say anybody will get any proof, make them bring them out. Some said they should bring him out to come and do DNA. So that, guys, let's calm down. So that this doesn't get to the stage of Jibril al-Sudani. Jibril al-Sudani, that's one of the things they said. Nnamdi Kanu asked the prosecuting counsel for Nigeria in this his case. He said, listen, all I want is this. I was expecting you to accuse me as part of the allegations, as part of the crimes I've committed that you are charging me for, that I said Buhari is dead and is buried in Saudi Arabia. But in all of these charges, that one is not there. Okay? That statement is not there. And it's the most popular. That should be what you charge me on, that I am saying that the man in charge of Nigeria has committed a treason. He shouldn't be the president because the president is dead. So Nnamdi Kanu was asking them that if you bring Buhari out, if you bring Buhari out and you let us do DNA, take Buhari's DNA and match it with his family, with his children. If they match, that it will never talk about Biafra again. I don't know if many of you remember that. So when they charged him that he's been insulting Buhari, he's been calling Nigeria names, he's been tarnishing the image of Nigeria, he's been calling people to rise up against the government of Nigeria. These are the charges against Nnamdi Kanu. Do you get that now? So on this issue of who be Tinubu's mama, who be Tinubu's papa, where does it come from? Is it, his name Amoda Ogunlere? Some will say, Baba, may them bring Tinubu out, may them do DNA test. But maybe that is not your answer. At least they have said that's the name they've known him for. Now, about his money. You see, in Nigeria, you don't really have to ask people how they make their money. Do you know why? You don't ask them how they made their poverty. Okay, hang on. There's a saying. Everybody is asking him, how did he make his money? How did he make his money? Right? That he should bring the, why did I forget that? Like, how do you make your money? There are people who are not asking you if you are poor, that how did you become poor? Or how, all that stuff, right? That you shouldn't ask people how they make their money. Because 90% of them makes their money from the dirtiest, shadiest, and most criminal way. And that is why if I say 90%, I'm talking about the people who actually have the money. I will control them. the black way. Do you get that now? However, if somebody wants to be president of Nigeria with questionable, verified evidence, criminal past, even criminal present, because as you are watching this video, Tinubu want to be president of Nigeria, okay? And he's a billionaire and he's been spending billions. Everybody agrees that it is Lagos state money. The Lagosians, or let me say the Yorubas, who wanted to associate with Tinubu, they will say Lagos state money is Tinubu's money because Tinubu is a Yoruba man. But he's spending it to be president of Nigeria. So people are now saying that, well, as you are watching this video, right, there is a current case against Alpha Beta. Guess how much is that? Laundering of 300 billion naira. Do you know that? That was the case that the EFCC, Bola, said they are still investigating Tinubu for. Alpha Beta, money laundering. A lot of money. Yeah. But there's like, can you tell us exactly the job or business of Tinubu? Let me tell you before they confuse you, okay? Tinubu's stolen money are completely hidden by different proxies, but they are not so hidden. They are open. They are known. All you have to do is that pay attention and stop, cherry picking what you think you should look into. Okay. So what happened is that using fronts means that when they ferry the money from the state cover or everywhere they get the money from, the money goes straight into those conduits, into those fronts, different businesses, names, and all that stuff. If I have time, I'll get to that part. But Dele Alake is about to give you the best answer. How did Tinubu make this money? How did Tinubu make his money? Sir, can you help us, sir?
Very much. Now, for me to answer that judiciously, I have to go back to how the man I knew him to have been spending money and to have been wealthy ever before he got into office. And I'll give you an example. When in 1991 he was going into politics, making his foray into politics, he contested the senatorial election, Lagos West, and won. And you and I know, and in fact most Nigerians know, that contesting elections in Nigeria is not a child's play. Papas don't contest elections, more or less. I mean, how much more senatorial elections? Papas don't do it. So it must be a man of some means. So he contested. In fact, before then, he had been contributing to political organizations.
How did he make his money?
How did he make the money? Or Primrose, or whatever, how they call it. Alake was saying he's still alive. He had been making political contributions towards causes and all that before he himself took up the gauntlet and went into the Senate. Now, his election result, he polls the highest number of votes nationwide in that senatorial.
How did he make his money, sir? Abi stroke it affect Alake ni. And they have the best stroke hospital in London, in England, even here in Scotland, where they give the best treatment, recovery for stroke patients. Kilon Shalake now, how did he make his money? Tell us, sir. Kilon Shema, you now.
If we can tell Nigerians tonight, what companies or what source of wealth or how does your principal make his money? Because now these questions are going to be asked over and over again. If you can just clarify some of these issues. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which of the companies does he own? Since you said he doesn't own this or own that. What I know is that right from his days in the corporate world, he has been trading in stocks. And he himself said so. Stockbroker. Even in foreign currency. he has been buying stocks and bonds and all of that. I'm not a finance person. So I'm not going to be interested in the nitty-gritty of it all. No, I am not a finance man. But I know that he has been trading in stocks. And I know that when you trade in stocks and you are a finance person, you know how to juggle the stock market and all of that. I get that. If they know what the stock market, they wouldn't start questioning how he made his money from stocks. He was buying stocks of blue chip companies and all of that, and he was making money, and he was spending money. And I said that he has been doing all of this years before he got to stocks. Now, why people are saying that acquiring the source of his wealth is because he has been governor of Lagos, a successful governor of Lagos, a successful politician, even after office, and he's about the only one of the class of 1999 who is at that enviable height, political height today. So it's bound to attract all of these negative.
I mean, so you've so you mentioned stock trading. Yeah. Is that the only thing that you know majorly that he gets money from?
Is he material?
So does he have stake in some of these blue chip companies? Are they operating in Nigeria, or where can we link them to? Are they still verifiable?
I did say that in foreign. Example of those blue chips. I said in foreign at that time. And if
somebody said that we should leave Tinubu and focus on our agitation. Baba, this is Maiyegun's diary Politico. And if you are smart enough, you can know that one of the reasons why majority of the young Yorubas who are suffering in this contraption called Nigeria today are still willing to continue under that suffering is because they told them, I want local. So don't pretend about that. Okay? I am not an agitator, by the way. I am Maiyegun. And if you want to understand why the people who are making these choices should also know the consequences of all these choices, how do you help them? So you can hold on to wherever you want to hold on to, if that helps. But we are not leaving them. None of them is going to be left. Because, as you can see, in my own book, it would have been easier if everyone is so honest, including Tinubu himself. Okay? So honest, like they were before they tasted the pudding. These were guys who came to prominence because they told Yorubas that our interest comes first in that contraption called Nigeria, until they now told us that we should keep our interest for later, for one person. So if there's any distraction at all, listen, this is it. And for those who are already jumping into it, again, I am just their conscience. Remember that. Stockbroker Tinubu. There is a part of where I'm going to quickly remind some of us, for the sake of those who probably need to remember. Stockholm Syndrome is one of the reasons why these guys would always present themselves as a savior. Hello. They are investing so much of your own resources that could have indeed secure a better future for our own children, and they are willing and ready to kill every one of us that's in any way demanded for equity, justice, and out of the entire arrangement. Oloye Sondebo is an example. Don't forget that too. He was advocating for something that Tinubu should be advocating for. He was clamoring and raising alarm on something that the rest of those who claim to be Tinubu's disciples were also should be clamoring for. but because of one Nigeria, because of what they stand to gain, we can all go to blazes. Now, for those who are going to go to blazes, right, with them in the future, maybe we can help them realize that, do they have any other plan? Once Tinubu dragged them into this dragnet, or if he failed in his ambition, would Yoruba land now mean something to them? And that's why people like me won't stop talking. Sorry for that interruption. I want to listen to Alake again. Okay, sir, again, what did you say is Tinubu's source of wealth? Now, that's the statement I wanted to remember. They said in Nigeria, you'll be asking for people's source of wealth. Every time, source of wealth. Do you ever ask for people's source of poverty before? So to them, all these things don't matter, Jare. All these people is, other. Atamo, Yoruba call it. Alake, what did you say Tinubu does or did, to make his money? Again.
If we can tell Nigerians tonight, what companies or what source of wealth or how does your principal make his money? Because now these questions are going to be asked over and over again. If you can just clarify some of these issues. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which of the companies does he own? Since you said he doesn't own this or own that.
What I know is that right from his days in the corporate world, he has been trading in stocks. And he himself said so.
Stockbroker.
Even in foreign currency, he has been buying stocks and bonds and all of that. I'm not a finance person. So I'm not going to be interested in the nitty-gritty of it all. No, I am not a finance fan. But I know that he has been trading in stocks. And I know that when you trade in stocks and you are a finance person, you know how to juggle the stock market and all of that. I get that. If they know what the stock market, they wouldn't start questioning how he made his money from stocks. He was buying stocks of blue chip companies and all of that, and he was making money, and he was spending money. And I said that he has been doing all of this years before he got into stocks. Now, why people are saying that are querying the source of his wealth is because he has been governor of Lagos, a successful governor of Lagos, a successful politician, even after office, and he's about the only one of the class of 1999 who is at that enviable height, political height today. So it's bound to attract all of these negative.
I mean, so you've okay. So you mentioned stock trading. Yeah. Is that the only thing that you know majorly that he gets money from?
Is he material?
So does he have stake in some of these blue chip companies? Are they operating in Nigeria or where can we link them to? Are they still verifiable?
Let's move forward. Let's move forward from this whole thing. Like, I agree. But one thing that kind of amuses me, because I'm not going to say surprises me anymore. Nothing surprises me anymore about this whole thing, right? But something that really amuses me is that people actually listen to people like that. Do you know that? Like, these are the character, the opinion molders, like, the opinion makers and all that, policy makers in Nigeria system. He's talking to them from London, no? So maybe they will feel like, maybe, if like say, Dele, stroke, yet he affect Dele, or he affect brain Dele. Uncle Dele, I don't know if you will see my own video. Sir, they have told us, they said, you will never decide to sell APC, Egbekegbe, and not begin to sound like, what's it they call them? Weary. See, some of you may not know because a report came out just yesterday. The Nigeria Psychiatrists, Association of Psychiatric something of Nigeria, because all these abbreviation, by the way, but they're like people or a group or an association of psychiatrists who came out with a report. And what's that report? They said over 60 million Nigerians get mental illness. Now, really, like, you know, in Yoruba, they say àrùn ọpọlọ. Kí ni mo pè? Àrùn ọpọlọ. If you have 60 million people who get àrùn ọpọlọ, do you know what contributes to àrùn ọpọlọ, mental health this most of the time? Do you know what contributes to them? Depression, abuses, you know, past abuses. I'm trying to tell you some of them. And these abuses that you face under APC, economic abuses, security abuses, healthcare, you know, all that stuff, right? You'll be to get normal, you know what I mean? Now, this is not me who said that. It is the Psychiatric Association of Nigeria, the Association of Psychiatrists of Nigeria, wherever. They say 60 million of Nigerians get mental illness. And not symptoms, oh, confirm one. If not, should people, because people listen to people like that. 23 years of democracy, uninterrupted rule of Lagos. Even Dele Alake himself cannot get health care in Lagos after 23 years. He's in London. Now they ask him, he said Tinubu is a stockbroker. Do you believe that? In all honesty, tell me, do you believe that? Were you not laughing when he was talking? Just your choice. But let me tell you something I know that you should probably look up as well. Okay. Number one, the owners of, the real owner of Alpha Beta that they shortchanged is still in court, demanding for his supposed agreed cuts from the Lagos State tax that Tinubu is wholly keeping for himself. However, there is a part you should know. Check your screen. Something that if you probably feel like somebody like Dele Alake cannot be one of those to be like, you know, talking and you'll be listening. You are laughing, right? But here is Tinubu that we know. How did Tinubu make his money? If this is your first time of probably watching this, this is not the first time. Many people on this platform have heard this. From drug lord to the presidency, your future president of Nigeria, like Keyamo said, everything you like, make you talk. Everything you like, Maiyegun talk. Tinubu will be president of Nigeria. Olodo, you are not doing me. Okay? Bokwari is your president. It didn't affect me, oh. I cannot lie, you. But again, if you probably make your choice at the same time, you must also be responsible for the consequences of that, okay? But before they twist time and change the story, call them enmity, then hate them for the sake of our children. Remember, there is this David Huntein's report. I'm going to read part of it again tonight before I take calls. Then after that, we're going to go even a bit further before we take calls, right? Give me just about 15 minutes of your time. A reminder, from drug lord to presidential candidates. However, there's still this Zainab. They say Zainab, the psychiatric home in London, because of drug abuse and because they don't want her to stain the name of Tinubu. She's been there for a while now. And so many other things that they are likely not going to be relevant to you. But he wants to be president of Nigeria. Everything is going to be in the open. If you're not comfortable with that, I don't understand, because I'm not going to pretend I understand, but that's your own cup of tea. Now, here is the part. I want to go a bit forward, talking about his drug dealership, okay? Say to your children, drug is wrong, okay? Tell your children no, to say no to drug. And today, the Nigeria has become partly the transit for drug pushing in the entire Africa and the world today. The genesis and those behind it, they are now growing older. At the same time, they hold the level of power, the power that directs your everyday life. It's up to you, your choice. So here is the story. two drug dealers and an accountant, a partnership begins. Now, federal investigators had determined that Edward's okay, I think there should be a background. Okay, there should be a background. Now, the background is that on the 11th of October 1990, federal agents from the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, knocked on the front door of 460 Taft Place in the city of Gary, Indiana, once a booming steel town with a population approaching 80,000 in 1960. Now, Gary was one of the number of cities and towns across the U.S. suffering from severe population loss. Now, from having over 30,000 employees at its peak in 1970, the city's main employer, U.S. Steel Gary Works, retained just 6,000 employees in 1990. Now, what is this 1990 about Tinubu? In these circumstances, right, it was the moment Tinubu and the issue of two drug dealers and an accountant, okay? Now, according to a court record from the U.S. United States Court of Appeals, 7th Circuit, the DEA agents arrived at the property to execute a search warrant after a 7-month FBI investigation involving Edward's brother, Jimmy, implicated him as the narcotics kingpin of Gary. Edwards did not open the door for the agents, who were forced to break into the house. He instead fired 3 gunshots at them, after which he surrendered. DEA agents found weapons, including a carbine rifle, thousands of dollars in cash, drug prepping equipment, including a triple beam scale, and several grams of cocaine and heroin powder in the house. He was later sentenced to life in prison, but not before something about his business operation came to the fore. 2 drug dealers and an accountant, a partnership begins. So, federal investigators had determined that Edward's heroin supply came from a Nigerian drug dealer in Chicago called Abiodun Agbele. Now, Abiodun had earlier agreed to work for the feds in exchange for lighter sentencing. And as part of the plea deal, he revealed everything he knew about the heroin trade in Chicago. Located at the junction of 4 states with combined population exceeding 27 million at the time, Chicago was a key trafficking hub in the American heroin trade. And as it turned out, the wholesale trade of an especially potent form of heroin from Southeast Asia in 1990s, Chicago was controlled by Nigerian criminal gangs. Now, that's the record of that. Go further. Agbele himself was no criminal mastermind. Agbele himself was no criminal mastermind. However, as he testified under oath that honor belonged to a man who went by the name Adegboyega Muiz Akonde, who was apparently his uncle. Shortly after Agbele's arrival in the US, Akonde had taken him under his wing and showed him the ropes of wholesale heroin trafficking. When Akonde returned to Nigeria in mid-1990, Agbele was left in charge of selling regular heroin shipments from Nigeria to Lee Edwards and delivering the profits to his uncle. In the meantime, the Nigerian-led heroin trade in Chicago fed an addiction epidemic that became so bad that it changed local health and law enforcement practices. For the first time, providing addicts with free access to safe syringes and needles to ensure that they did not share them and possibly spread HIV became a core focus of public health care policy back there. Now, let's go to the space where, now, while all this was going on, an interesting subplot was taking place in the background. An accountant living in the Chicago area who worked for Mobil Oil, Nigeria, with a declared monthly income of $2,400, had just deposited over $1.4 million in the bank. He had no known source of income apart from his day job, but he had become friends with Akonde and Agbele, discovering one key piece of information in the process: drug dealers needs accountants too. Soon, he would find himself holding and wiring money on behalf of a Nigerian heroin gang in Chicago. Fast forward a bit to January 1992, and he would find himself the subject of a U.S. federal investigation. That's Bobo Chicago, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, on your screen. Now, Bobo Chicago, hang on, I want to check something out. Let your children watch this. Tell them so that they don't hero worship criminals, because they have managed to mask their crime for so long, and they have also managed to amass enough, sort of a patronage after they have shared what you can call the proceeds of their crimes. Looting public money, conspiring to steal from the public purse is a crime, and therefore these guys are criminals. But it didn't start today, by the way. Now, move forward. Fast forward a bit further in the same year, and he would successfully run for office in Nigeria as a senator for Lagos West. Then another politician said to have ties to international drug trafficking would successfully run for president in Nigeria on a controversial all-Muslim ticket in 1993, MKO Abiola. Anyway, we'll get to that. Now, the election will be annulled. I'm going to go on just to go back to these accountants. Right. A major political opponent accountant will end up. Okay, now I'll go to that. Now, the origin story. Okay. Now, a U.S. district court would seem like an odd place to begin this story. But this is no ordinary story. The main character in this story is an individual whose entire existence is as puzzlingly mysterious as it is loud and public. For at least 30 years, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been at or near the grinding phase of frontline politics in Nigeria. Yet, a peek 1 inch below the surface reveals how little is actually known about the man who some say is Nigeria's president in waiting. Now, first of all, there is the age controversy. How old is the man really? What is his real date of birth? Short answer, no one actually knows. Like many Nigerians born into the less than auspicious circumstances that characterized his childhood in Iragbiji, Osun State, he himself may not even know. Similar controversy exists around what his actual name is. A popular theory is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is an identity that he transitioned into at some point after moving to Lagos to live with his surrogate mother, Alaja Abibatu Mogaji. Now, that's Alaja there. The only thing every version of his life story has in common is that for the first 2 decades, 20 years or so, he was apparently invincible and unmemorable. There are no childhood friends, classmates, neighbors, or colleagues that remembers him. Sometime in the mid-1970s, he somehow materialized at the international airport in Lagos, holding a passport with a US visa and a one-way ticket to Chicago in hand. From his arrival in Chicago in 1975, his story became easier to track and verify. He first spent 2 years gaining an associate degree at Richard J. Dele College in Chicago. From there, he proceeded on to Chicago State University, where he studied accounting, completing his bachelor's degree in 1979. Subsequently, his story appeared straightforward and prosaic. Got a job as an accountant at Mobil Oil Nigeria Limited in Fairfax, Virginia. Got married to Oluremi and went on to have 3 kids with her. Well, after, 3 fruitful indiscretions, shall we say, I am. Now, in a 2016 interview with the news, Tinubu claimed that his break into the financial big time came at the Big Four consultancy firm. Listen to that again now. He told the the news that he broke into the way he broke into the financial big time came at the Big Four consultancy firm, Deloitte and Touche, where he supposedly received an $850,000 bonus as a result of his work on a single on-site engagement at the Saudi state-owned oil firm, bogus, lie. Let's hear Dele Alake again. That is contrary to what Dele Alake said here, how he made his money.
If you can tell Nigerians tonight what companies or what source of wealth or how does your principal make his money, because now these questions are going to be asked over and over again. If you can just clarify some of these issues. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which of the companies does he own, since you said he doesn't own this or own that?
What I know is that right from his days in the corporate world, he has been trading in stocks. And he himself said so. Stockbroker. Even in foreign currency, he has been buying stocks and bonds and all of that. I'm not a finance person. So I'm not going to be interested in the nitty-gritty of it all. No, I am not a finance fan. But I know that he has been trading in stocks. And I know that when you trade in stocks and you are a finance person, you know how to juggle the stock market and all of that. I get that. If they know what juggle the stock market.
Juggle the stock market. That's what Alake said. Juggle the stock market. That is not true, because there's no stock market anywhere other than, drug smuggling, like as is on record, as well as the open purse of Lagos, public money, a crime, by the way, that many of them should end up in jail, by the way, if all of you actually know what they are doing to you. But do you care? I don't think you do. But continue. Anyway, David further, share this. In any case, one does not need an economic study or a Glassdoor salary survey to establish that Tinubu was blatantly lying about where the $1.8 million sitting in his account came from. A document whose existence has long been teased and rumored, but never quite properly dissected in the public domain, tells us all we need to know. The document, which was obtained from the U.S. District Court of the Northern District of Illinois, Eastern Division, contains damning information that Tinubu has spent the past 30 years trying to suppress, undermine, and ignore. Uploaded in full and publicly accessible. Here is the document. The document contains a comprehensive federal indictment and associated case files from July 1993, containing clear and incontrovertible evidence that Bola Tinubu was once, in fact, a bagman, handling and laundering proceeds of heroin trafficking for a Nigerian drug ring in Chicago. It's on record. So, this is it. There's a number there you can verify anywhere you want to. Go on to the, verifiable, U.S. websites, Justice Department and all that. This is what you can easily access yourself, okay? They are there. It's easily stated, okay? But let's move on. Now, this is not the first time that the content of these documents have been reported. But the stories have typically not gone into the detail needed to drive home the point that the man who would be Nigeria's next president is, in fact, a drug criminal. Tinubu's vast army of media chills and spokespeople have spun an endless web of narratives explaining why what is written in black and white is all a big mistake or a mischaracterization. One of the most common defenses is seen in the example below, where they say, oh, they have cleared him. In fact, he made it. No. Right? Now, this is Abiodun Agbele, the partner in crime, drug heroin business with Tinubu back then. Now, you see his face. He's likely somebody you know. He's right there in Nigeria, probably enjoying what, I don't know. Now, let's go a bit further before I, go to the other things. In the charges, by the way, in one of them, said the U.S. Attorney for Northern District of Illinois, Michael Shepard, files the complaint for forfeiture of funds in bank's account held by Tinubu as they owed the proceeds of a heroin distribution organization headed by Adegboyega Muiz Akonde. Tinubu's funds represent the proceeds of this operation or property involved in money laundering and the proceeds of narcotic trafficking. Shepard requests that the court adjudge and declare that the funds should be forfeited to the United States. Now, this is where the plea bargain came in. okay, you know what? Fine. What do you think we can do? I will let this other one go, drop all the charges. You take this particular cut and the rest of that, okay? Now, you can go on and read a lot about this from Tinubu. Some of the money they got from this invested in, estate properties and all that, including for two of his daughters, as far back as that. So when Dele Alake said Tinubu has been giving money, he has been spending money, but Dele Alake could not really say this is his job. This was what he was doing. This particular company or that, how much is the turnover and the rest of that. The reason why they can't say that, like he described here, is what I just told you now. You know this before now, not that you really care. For those who don't, Dele Alake was struggling. Somebody will know Tinubu more than most of you, the Vuvu sellers, couldn't even explain it. Now you have the answer, and don't listen to people like this.
Very much. Now, for me to answer that judiciously, I have to go back to how the man I knew him to have been spending money and to have been wealthy ever before he got into office. And I'll give you an example. When in 1991 he was going into politics, making his foray into politics, he contested the senatorial election, Lagos West, and won. And you and I know, and in fact most Nigerians know, that contesting elections in Nigeria is not a child's play. Papas don't contest elections, more or less. I mean, how much more senatorial elections? Papas don't do it. So he must be a man of some means. So he contested. In fact, before that, he had been contributing to political organizations.
How did he make his money? How did he make the money?
Or Primrose, or whatever, how they call it. Alake Kola Oseni is still alive. He had been making political contributions towards causes and all that before he himself took up the gauntlet and went into the Senate. Now, his election result, he polls the highest number of votes nationwide in that senatorial.
How did he make his money is what they are asking about. Again, we can be here all night asking how he made that. No wonder. The only thing, other thing that could have happened is that if APC, Egbe, with Bokwari, if they have ever thought of a time where Tinubu that brought them to power will need the same vehicle to take him to power as well. For 7 years, they destroyed Nigeria, ruined the economy, stole what they could steal, and killed those they can kill, and still killing, by the way. So that is why the only thing they can sell is the tribal division, Igbos versus Yorubas. And guess those who are going to actually fight the fight? The victims of all of this. They say the poverty doesn't know you, whether you are Igbo or you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, or you are Hausa, or you are Fulani, or you are a Christian or a Muslim, and including the insecurity that everybody is facing. But the only way for APC, Egbe, to keep this madness going, right, and continue to force Nigeria together as one is to use the Igbos versus Yorubas agenda. Is already out there. Many of you are already recruited into these different camps. Okay, and if I wanted to even support an Igbo man before, because you know how they say, if you are a Yoruba man, and you are not supporting Tinubu, you are a bastard or moale. In their book, if you are an Igbo man and you are not supporting Peter Obi, what did they call Omoale in Igbo? Oh yeah, help me. Before I continue, because I want to use it like one or twice. What do you call Omoale in Igbo? What do you call bastards in Igbo? So this whole line, this segment and division is already there. And the only way to keep them and keep everybody so confused, delusioned, and all of that is to widen that hatred gap And I said, I've said this many times, I would never invest any of my own emotion into any of this charade before the killing starts. So I won't I won't end up having to say, man, my heart is broken. Many of you are already recruited into this scheme, but you don't know. To you, nobody can insult Yoruba. How can you insult Yoruba? Look at all the Igbos insulting Yoruba. Some of you don't know. All of this are the handiwork of all your political party, mainly APC, Egbekegbe. They will set you up. You're going to set yourself up on social media, threaten yourself, and you're going to take it from social media. You're going to take it onto the streets. On the streets, you can look at how the Igbos are insulting Yoruba. Look at all this nonsense. As a Yoruba man, they want to get you offended. Why? Because some people want to own Nigeria or to save Nigeria. As a Yoruba man, Abi, as an Igbo man, you are going to get offended. Can you see all the nonsense the Yorubas are writing about us? Can you see the nonsense that Yoruba man said? Then you quickly jump on it. You are doing what they want you to do. Last, una go de waka with guns. Una go de waka with different weapons. Una go de target on ourselves. And as you are targeting yourself, recording as you are targeting yourself. See what we do this, pastor. The pastor go say nonsense. They support Tinubu. We don't beat them up. They don't beat one pastor up because he support Tinubu. We know one pastor where they support Obi as well. We will go born in church. And before you know, you will be taking it on like that. And you know what I mean? A serious asylum center. If you are not seeing it, I have seen it. I've taken a back seat. That is why I said, let the spectacle begin. Because on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I can always use all of your illusions, all your delusional mind that makes you believe that, in fact, you have what it takes in your camp to save Nigeria, lying to yourselves. But this is it. They've already set the motion. For somebody like this who knows them better, I like him to kind of help me remind you, who are the APC?
APC is a grand fraud, expert liars. They are first-class propagandists. They thrive on propaganda. They have spent so much money on media to cover them up.
So when I know people like that, what do you think I should tell you? They don't get shame. Imagine with what APC did to Nigeria. Somebody is still like entitled, offended. There are people who don't want to touch Tinubu, and they are angry. Abi, nevertheless, so as like I said, everybody get their own choice. If you are choosing to be part of their worldview, but I just want to warn you with what Keyamo said today. They said that Peter Obi is going to stage an assassination attack that is going to look like they tried to assassinate him. When I was coming live to get on to get to the studio for this, there is this image. I haven't confirmed it. I don't know if that has been, but there is this image that I picked up, and somebody said, you know, Peter Obi is back in Nigeria now from his tour, right? And somebody said that they had a report that Peter Obi escaped attack somewhere, unconfirmed before I came live. But yesterday in eastern Nigeria, the story of unknown gunmen. You know, tomorrow, Bokwari is visiting Imo State, I believe, right? And then yesterday, their unknown gunmen surfaced again, and they killed 6 people in the entourage of a senator called Uba, Senator Uba or something, I don't know. Ifeanyi Uba. Stoking that as, as usual, if you would say. But put it mildly, they are already setting everything in motion that is going to, in fact, activate the Igbo versus Yoruba face-off. And this face-off is not going to be like the usual banter. It is not. It's not looking so. Okay? It's going to be bloody in a way. Somebody asked me, he said, Maiyegun, then what is the way forward? I have said it many times. the way forward is the toughest way that many of you are ready to argue it out with me why that option is totally impossible, or why that option is not that easy. The easiest option which you have been choosing is what? To choose between the devil and the deep blue sea, which they have been positioning you to choose from all this while, and they've always been leading to one same place, just where you came back and where you were trying to escape from. Go and vote. Go and register to vote. Go and choose your good leader. Go and do this and that. Just the same technique. Very easy, very convenient, so bloody, but you are used to it. The way forward is not hard. The reasons why we are unable to move forward as a people is because we have different mission, we have different vision, we have different goals as a people, right? And at the same time, we have different destination that we are headed. And you can't put people with different destination, different vision, different mission, and even different tongues, languages in the same place, without their consent, without their agreed terms and conditions that they agree to will work for them, for their own progress or prosperity, so to say, including security. Now, you can't put them and force them together under this arrangement and expect progress, expect unity, expect safety, expect security, and all those things they promises you in during their own bogus charade called election. So if you ask me, what is wrong? If you actually have to, at first, let's ask ourselves, do we really want to be in this arrangement? That's a question that they are asking you to avoid. The one they are asking, they are telling you that is provocative. It's going to cause war or not. Now look at you. You are not at war, but you are burying Nigerians every day more than the people who are being killed in Syria, where they have been fighting war for God knows when, right? But yet, they are telling you that asking us to say, do we really want to be together? Do we? Like genuinely? That is something that can be put into a ballot rather than you trying to choose a messiah, a savior. It's going to fix this. It's going to fix that. He has these two. He has the option and the rest of that. So my option is not acceptable to many of you because it is not convenient. And you are programmed to believe that, that can wait too. When we choose the best leader under the wrongest system, how do you expect to choose a good leader under a completely rotten, wrong system? Now, that's where you and I, if you are the pro-Nigeria and then you are not pro-independence, so to say. Do you see that? So if you ask me way forward, my way forward is the way they have told you not to tread. Do you get that? The people in Nigeria deserves to be asked that question. Do they want to be part of Nigeria? Under what terms and conditions? You can tell, I mean, you can be part of that too. Everybody will be part of that to choose. Do you want to be part of this or not? And if you love Nigeria, under whatever ideology, you will stand by Nigeria. And those who don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore, they will also have their say. If those who want to be part of Nigeria are more than those who don't want to be part of Nigeria, what happened is that we all review the terms and conditions of other what terms and conditions will keep us under that. I mean, under Nigeria. This is not too hard to say, except if we just want to continue to blow grammar here and there. The other option, now for all of us to kill ourselves, and the survivors, they can go and form new countries. That bloody one is already being fought, already been activated by the jihadists who took over the reign of government in Nigeria. The jihadists are already executing the plan of the same takeover, the Fulani terrorists. Don't ignore that too. So if you want way forward, the first thing is that you have to first stop lying to yourselves and start telling yourself the truth. The truth is that no matter what you try, no matter what you push, no matter your idea, you can never get a good government from a terrible system. Now, you might say people make a system. A system is not just something that just pop up anywhere. Now, you are right. But can you agree with me that the people, the few number of people, the interested criminals who actually presented this particular system, nurturing it, murdering people to keep it together for decades now, would you say they consulted you or they consulted your own forebearers or anybody in your own lineage before they put together this same system that you currently are all struggling to make work? It won't work because none of you was consulted. None of us was consulted to say, is this the system that you actually agree with that could indeed make you feel like you belong to a place and you can call it a country? You know what I'm saying, you know? But your hypocrisy can continue to lie to you and continue to deceive you, continue to put the veil over your eyes that, yes, somebody is going to come in with the magic wand, is going to come in with the magical torch, and then once we elect a good leader, blah, you are lying to yourselves. That's why I am not part of that. I am not. Tinubu, Obi, Atifku, you all belong to the same camp in my book, and I cannot explain myself enough. Because what you are trying to fix, to put together, is to maintain the status quo and then believe that the system will fix itself. It fix itself the moment you change the personnel. We have been there before. And somebody like me is not amused. Okay? So, they are setting the stage for what is going to become the bloodiest part that some of you are saying is not an option. It's not an option too, but my option is easier. It takes a lot of people to be involved in that, and it actually takes a lot of people. It takes the people to build a country. When the people are completely, far away from the system that is ruling them, definitely the contrast, which is what we are seeing in Nigeria today, does no one any good. So talking about the dirty, criminal, fake accounts that they are already pushing out, and that many of you are also going to be engaging, okay? For the part of northern Nigeria, there is also a team that are also pushing something like this. You can call it fake too, but the message is the same, trying to stoke the fire or the flame of ethnic war, ethnic clashes, not with anyone, but between the Yorubas and the Igbos. If you are a Yoruba man supporting Tinubu, if you are an Igbo man supporting Obi, and the vice versa, if you are an Igbo man supporting Tinubu and you are a Yoruba man supporting Obi, right? Now, the vehicle that they are taking you on right now is going to turn many of you to this kind of a vampire kind, like, the rage, the anger, the hatred that will eventually become homicidal. Things like this. You'll be reading a lot of them. Read this one. Oh. Baba Gana Jabama Buka. Obviously, maybe a fake account as well, but the message is almost the same. Read it. Oh. If Jonathan from the most minority region can be a president, nothing will stop Shetima from being the vice president and the president after Tinubu's death before 1 year in office. Some of you have seen this as well. Abi? Now, people have reacted to it too. People will share them. Share them. Let the Yoruba see this. See what Hausa man posted though. See what Yoruba man posted about Igbos. See what an Igbo man posted about Yorubas. And then the popular handles, like I told you, they will amplify them. They are all taking you to the same place. The word they told you that Nigeria should avoid. And they are taking you. Now, some of us who know that they are taking you to places you don't know are screaming to you right now. You can boycott the entire thing. Unplug the lifeline on the whole charade. Demand for something that is inclusive is you. Something that doesn't have to make you validate the fraud. You can scream like this.
I will not allow you to. Help me! 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 If they carry me, they go. We are not know. Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me!
Now, on my own part, Maiyegun waiting be your own. Gone. What is your own gain in all of this? What should we do? See, people ask me that all the time. But guess what? Majority of those who ask me that question, right? They actually don't mean it. They don't mean the question. Many of them are those who have already chosen side with their different oppressors. That is why they can ask, who should we then vote for? Who should we do it then? What should we then do? What you should do is to opt out of the whole charade. Number one way to opt out is when you begin to see when we have been seeing all these messages anyway, they have been sharing them on WhatsApp here and there. Be the agent that is going to embarrass these criminals. They have recruited you through propaganda. You can get yourself out of it by knowing the truth that you have known now. Their intention is not to fix Nigeria. And none of them, no intention of fixing anything. They can say anything. They can act anything. They can make you believe anything. And they can make you do anything as well, just because you think they are going to do something. Now, once you see all this tribal card, ethnic card, they are pushing here and there, because it serves your interests, because of who you support, and you are sharing them, you are contributing to what is later going to possibly, become a big war. And it is in that chaos that they maintain their power over you. In that chaos, right, you are going to be pushed into validating them. And after everything is said and done, you're going to find yourself in the same place, or worse, like you found yourself with APC today. Now, how do you try to mentally bridge this? The propaganda is already flying here and there. The ethnic baiting is already flying here and there. You can be the one to say, well, this one is an effort to turn Igbos versus Yorubas. I know some of you are already into it. I don't know if I can manage to convince one or two of you, not to become that cannonball. I'll be waiting to call it a cannonball, right? With fire is what they are going to turn every one of you into. And I'm talking about walking atomic bombs. You will become walking bombs as Nigerians, with the level of psychological ruins they have brought upon you, and with the level of propaganda they are going to bombard you with, including your parents at home, here and there, in Igbo land, in Yoruba land, everywhere. They are going to turn you into a walking bomb. And what do you think will happen when you have a lot of walking bombs everywhere? Hungry, hateful, bigoted individuals who are also getting fed by troll, who are stoking this ember of what have you, all for what? Because they want to rescue Nigeria? Because they want to save you? You know they are not planning to do that to you. They are not saving anybody but themselves. Maybe you can deactivate your own timer. And if I can deactivate you by telling you this, and you continue to feed on that and spread it, and you are feeding fat on that as well, I can tell you this, you may not know, every one of you, whether na PDP, whether na APC, whether na Labour, whether na Christian or Muslim, Northern now, Eastern now, whether you are Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa, wherever you are, you see the pace at which they are pushing you now, you will help them burn down Nigeria too, like somebody just said. But Maiyegun, is that not a good thing? We have told them not to invest their emotion. When everybody gets bonds and they couldn't take it after all said and done, those who are going to be killed in the whole thing, and they, at the end of the day, those who feel cheated and they're shortchanged, when they begin to act and they begin to fight themselves, won't that then make us, available, like the Red Cross, pacify them, comfort them, and remind them that you could have saved yourself all this trauma, but you didn't listen to us when we told you. Good enough you survived it, or you are trying to survive it now, but there is an option, no other one. Let everybody go their separate ways, peacefully. But if you don't believe me, you can do you. So my friends on YouTube and then my friends on Facebook, right? I want to say thank you, by the way, even though Facebook is so messy. I want to say thank you to all of you who recently just joined me. My friends on Facebook are now sort of over 500,000, right? So we have over 500,000 of Maiyegun's friends on Facebook. Now, if you are my friends on Facebook and you're seeing this broadcast, Facebook has done so much put so much limitation on my page that not all of you will actually see me go live, or you will never even receive any notification at all. So you can take a minute. I have been trying to get as many of you to join me on YouTube. It's convenient there. It's more supportive to those of you who have always been interested in supporting Maiyegun as well. YouTube channel is one of the places you can actually stay. It's almost the same thing like what you do on Facebook. 500,000 of us on Facebook, and many of you don't even receive the notification. It is the same thing. MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Take a moment while I take a break, and take a moment and check me out on YouTube right now. Subscribe, set your notification on, and then always remember, you will never miss a thing. I'm going to take a calls, but before I do that, I'm going to make another cup of tea. So like the broadcast, share it if you haven't, and then you can pick up that phone. It's a WhatsApp call only. The number is on your screen. And now we'll be back.
Onye du iPod, o meriwo n'Izu, onye ya abakare, mama daura, una bori meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Una bori meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Na Python that's the three. Una bori meri Nande bu onye du iPod. O meri wone N'izu mbiro ya abakare mamanda ora. Una bori meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Una bori meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Una bori meri Nandi.
So somebody told me that it's called Efu Lefu.
If you were looking for the Igbo meaning for bastard, right? So you can say Efu. Now, sorry, I just discovered that I haven't really connected the phone before I went for my break. So let me do that. And yeah, the line will be opened if you try it now. 1 sec. I think I got that. Now, I have my first caller tonight. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening. How are you tonight?
How are you? Oh, thank you. Thanks. Wonderful tonight.
Thanks.
Very good topic. And
they
people
said
have been
like
asking about.
It's going to be the president because Buhari didn't have any anyway. So whether you like it or not, it's going to be the president with or without certificates. That is the verdict.
You see, and the funniest thing is where the country is today, right?
Yes,
it is this same APC, Association of Killers, that brought us here.
Yes.
They invited the killing machine, the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, to help them win the election in 2015.
That's right.
And now, the same now are setting another pace. Turning Igbos against Yorubas.
And they are not,
and
they are not ashamed of it.
They are not. Honestly, that's APC. They are so shameless. It is true that you cannot shame the shameless. And sometimes I just wonder, our Yoruba, it's
up to us.
Can we afford to fight two tribes at a go?
Well,
one fear is one palakpa. Those who are kidnapping, killing, maiming, raping every day now are going to be the observer.
Have been now the referees.
Oh, Jesus. So they're going to be the observer. Whereas the killing machine they brought into the system, they brought into the country, they invited to
and
kill the
they continue
Nigerians.
to penetrate into the heartland of Nigeria, the southern Nigeria as we speak.
Oh, only God will save us. Because these people, they will stop at nothing until when they finish that country. And people have been so blinded with this ethnic issue.
And it's going to get worse, man. It's going to get worse. I'm just appealing to those who have been opportune to be on MaiyegunSDiary Politico, but some of you will read a lot too. And you're going to be like, even in your own neutrality, yeah? Sometimes you read some of these things and the Yoruba in you, the Igbo in you will get really want to make you want to say something too. Just remember, that's exactly what they want you to do. Somehow they are going to draw you out.
Most of these social media bandits, they have been paid. They are doing their 9-to-5 job, just like you and I. And that's what I used to tell a lot of people there. You see those people that are supporting them blindly, fighting, you will see them, they will fight from morning to night. They are doing their 9-to-5 job.
Like it's like 7 days a week, 24 hours, sometimes 24 hours a day.
Now? They will come attacking you, attacking everybody here and there.
The damages is going to cause. Because you know what, this is where we're going to be, that we are going to be reporting some of these happenings. They attack this one here, they kill that one there, they burn this place there. On this platform, in the next couple of weeks, this is where we're going to be reporting them. Now they are cooking that now. And some people's children are already getting themselves recruited already now.
May God help us. Amen. Because anyway, regardless, last. Kalukuma bega warning. Kalukuma je orúkọ mọdẹ náà gbẹ̀yìn ni. Yorùbá nation yìí ó ní tí wọ́n ní wọ́n ní pọ̀ yìí. Ó náà máa kọ́ last. Because at the end of the day, níbi tí wọ́n ti gbogbo wọn lọ yẹn, they are pushing them. Àwọn náà dem push ara wọn.
They are really getting
God help us.
In Lagos on the 1st of October now, the OB people are saying they want to do 4 million man march. And the Tinubu people are saying they should go and ask Igboho who tried it. Where is it today? If they burn them well, they should come and do any rally in Lagos. Now, this is just like almost a month away. But before then, the two leading party there now, their candidates, they are already stoking that ember now. And some people are actually going to be the victims of it. It's already cooking. I just want to be one of those to remind people that it's your choice. So if you end up getting trapped in it and your children getting killed in it, or anything happens to anybody you know, just remember this. It is mostly their choice. Everybody has a choice. So, I mean, man, thank you so much.
Ọlọ́run á máa fi iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ gbogbo wa. Àní okúnlẹ̀ Yorùbá, ibi ò ní bá wa ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá lágbára Ọlọ́run. Because tí wọ́n ń gbé bọ̀ yìí, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ibi ò ní bá wa. Àdẹ̀ni rógúnlẹ̀ Yorùbá. Kéèyàn kan ṣoṣo, 1%. Only èèyàn yìí kan ṣoṣo yìí kò support Yorùbá. He has done nothing to support his own people. And we keep saying it every time. This man wants to destroy the Yorùbá. And he will stop at nothing to destroy the Yorùbá. And Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ní gbà fún. Let me allow that to
Thank you so much, Maya. Let me take another one as well. Hello there.
Hello. Maiyegun, Baba.
How are you, Baba?
Maiyegun, Baba. Baba mi ade. Morning, brother. How lila, brother? Wọ́n ti jẹ gbèsè tèmi. Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ní iṣẹ́ bàbá?
If you don't go tomorrow, fine. But for today, we're going to hold you. Nice one. How are you? You want to be part of it tonight too, please?
Good, yeah, Baba. Firstly, I just want to appreciate you, my good brother. God will continue to bless you, protect you, protect your family.
Amen.
You see, Baba, who you back? I always say this thing. I said this to someone yesterday. The Yoruba man, she met me because I do stretch job. She met me on one of my shifts.
Right.
And I was using my AirPods. I was doing just 6 hours shift yesterday. And I was talking to someone and we were discussing about this Nigeria sometime before. That was about, it was like 30 minutes before my end of my shift. And the woman just paid attention to me. I'm not keep quiet. I just told her my friend on the other side of the program. But they like, hold them pay attention. The woman just laughed. You bad me, sir. Won't fire about a go, but then discuss the enemy. I said to the, and I said that my other friend on the phone that, come, don't worry, I'll call you back. It seems the woman just need attention. I said, madam, I know you had a little bit of what I was talking. The woman now said, my brother, I won't lie to you. Both, both Obidio to both that none of them has anything to fight. So that is what I was telling this my friend on the phone. Because it was one of these Tinubu in the family. As in here in London, as you might borrow to story, he doesn't know him. He doesn't know him. He has nothing to do with him. In the family, we do almost the same job. We are still business partner. I don't share sports. We always, you understand me? Anytime about this business, somebody we start arguing about this. And I said to him, I said, come, brother, man, you just came back from Nigeria. You didn't come back the day you are supposed to come back. You just forced it. And they said, they give you malaria medicine. And you still believe you're not feeling fine. The next thing you did was what? You changed your ticket and you start coming back.
To come back early.
Quickly. Baba, Muparabo, Louis.
So he didn't want to die in Nigeria, the one that he wants Tinubu to rule. There are many, Baba. There are many everywhere. They will tell you, you know, they hear about if you talk about this insecurity, they will say there is no way there is no there is no insecurity. Now, when they go to Nigeria, you say, Baba, how far now? How was your trip, Baba? I'm on Lagos. I just stay. You know, they hear all this security issue, Baba. So it's like a mental illness. The 60 million Nigerians get mental shoko onto Yahweh. Some of them serve no day Nigeria and abroad and day because it don't make sense.
I'm not going to tell ourselves truth. You see, psychiatric station this and that 50 million. They didn't get the figure right.
I think they were just guessing.
50 million.
It must be more.
Just guessing, Baba. More than 100 million Nigeria have mental problems.
The stress, the frustration, the depression, the economic recession, and the system of brutality against them. It can break anybody, but many people don't even know. You know, you see some people that are talking, they say, well, Baba, no, I'm not talking to
Baba, even in this UK, America, all over Europe, where we are, that you still get your comfort and everything. Let me tell you the truth. All of us know. Most all these people that we are living together with, they will tell you, depressed. Why? It's loneliness.
Yes.
That one is not about stress and me. But sometimes when I was working with council, my boss, Lisama, British man, he has like 3 houses in my area. Some weekend we just sit me down. No help. Just feeling depressed. Why? What happened, boss? Just tired of work, doing the same thing from Sunday to Sunday. Everything. I'm just tired of life. I'll be like, I'm
tired of life.
Kilo sele. Nti èèyàn tó ní ilé mẹ́ta tí mo mọ̀ nílùú yìí. Ó lọ́mọ méjì àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ti máa rí èèyàn ti lọ́ bó ti lọ́ àwọn ọmọ. Ògbọ́n kó ṣàkà lórí ẹ̀kọ́ di nǹkan kan. Baba, talk less of somebody wey be say he go follow window, enter inside Danfo in the morning from Abule Egba. They go inside Idumota. One go us for market. At the end of the day, when they go reach Idumota, rain come fall, flood come there everywhere. You don't even see market there. Where's there? You can't walk out from Idumota, reach some area before you can jump enter motor again. Come back to Abule Egba.
And you get home, there's
no light. About the here now, no light, no water, no food, no gas. And he go still wake up the next day.
Do the same thing.
He do the same thing. But why you go tell me say that kind of person no get mental problem?
No wonder everybody is always saying I'm okay. I'm okay. And they say most people who say they are okay, majority of them are not okay.
But even look for this UK where I did, for this one where I did, I'm slow down. Take like 3 days off. I relax up all of me.
Moti Jila Rory, right? Moti Jila Rory. It was about my sack because sack me lobby shelini. Like I know that I needed to. If I didn't, right, I would never. I mean, that's going to be some sort of a shortage from where I'm to get, right? Baba, and I woke up. I'm like, Benny, if they won't sack me, now my manager will come. They call me. You all right? Shola, you okay? I say, yeah, I'm all right. I'm just like I have this backache. It's always happening to me every June. So that's the reason. Oh, have you seen the doctor and all of that stuff? And now you get tired.
You're okay. About make I lie one lie on it. Last Friday, I first in the morning, get to my shift around 10 minutes to 8. And after 8, I just feel like, come on, I'm not feeling well. pick up my phone. I just sent a message to my area manager. James, pim. Guy, I'm not feeling well. And another person for this.
Even a good manager will let you know that. See, a good manager will let you know that. Don't worry, you can even walk it back. Okay, if you want, and if you don't want to walk it back, we just transfer part of your pay.
The first 2 hours, they send another person to come and cover my shift. And I come home straight. I just don't relax for that Friday. Saturday, I go work. Sunday, I do my 6 hours. That is all. Nothing. You understand me? But I don't go lie for you. With all those kind life, person still they frustrated sometimes. Talkless of it when they on like that. You understand? Now if somebody go and carry flag, say Tinubu come, everything to come. Now every that Tinubu, but I live with them. Forget. So, but I just appreciate. Thank you. I appreciate Princess. Everybody, I miss everybody for us. So I know rest for me.
So that's the rumor there from the UK here as well. So I have another caller on the line. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
This is Ikuku. Your secret watcher.
Ikuku. About long time. How
I be fine.
It's good to hear from you again.
Maiyegun.
Baba.
Maiyegun.
Baba.
The chapters you are opening since 3 days now. Those chapters are very terrible. It is only God that would have delivered that. It's only God that has given you that wisdom to see those chapters ahead of time. Those chapters I saw a long time ago. That is what you were opening since 3 days ago now.
Bless you.
I've been watching you back to back. Now only God just let my organization start. Over 5 weeks starting for work.
Brilliant.
Maiyegun. It's done. It done. Yeah.
Baba.
It done. It done. The game don't reach 0 degree.
So to
not to explode now, man.
Don't mature.
Don't mature. Everybody on the red alert.
So there's no
explosion.
all mask off, all gloves off.
I tell
everything go down. Until ready,
make everything go down. But the beauty of it is,
yes, sir.
When it bug be, yeah. So body, you ban you. Body, you ban you. When it bug be, yeah. And it's in there. You don't read. I just think I don't allow you today. And they watch and they laugh every day as they laugh. Nothing they happen.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Take care of yourself, brother.
I will, sir. Thank you very much for stopping by. Anyway, as always,
everybody,
Magbo. Thank you so much. Okay. Nice one, Yes, sir. So I have another person on the line, and I think this is hello. Hello there.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ọ̀gá Maiyegun.
Sir.
Mo jẹ nǹkan tó pọ̀ lálẹ́.
Good enough.
Báwo everything?
I mean, mo ti ń relative pẹ̀lú àtẹ̀kọ́ yẹn, and èmi gan wà happy pé I mean, mo ní luck pé mo gbé. So how are you, sir?
Báwo everything?
We thank God we are here.
Please, I want to appeal with all sense of humility.
Yes, sir.
Please. We have 7 days in a week.
Yes, sir.
Please, can you devote 2 out of the days? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you devote 2 out of the days? Let's talk about the solutions. Hello?
I am with you, sir.
Okay, let's talk about the solution. See, I love your platform because it's eye-opening.
That's right.
But we are problem solvers here. If every time I'm not saying we should not talk about Tinubu. Hello?
I'm with you, Baba. Continue.
Hello? I'm not saying we should not talk about this Tinubu. I'm telling you, if we come next year, we will still be saying same thing about these people. Please, I was in an academic platform today. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? I was in an academic platform today in a university.
Yes, sir.
If you see the way people you call professors, doctors are thinking about Nigeria, you will realize we have problems. Some people they've gone to school, but I'm telling you, they are not. They know the reasoning is not deep. Like some people are telling me on the platform, I'm just putting it on record. I'm telling everybody today, I don't have a problem with Obi, but somebody to be telling me you're an expert builder and you want to sustain a structure that has been built on an irreparable faulty foundation. I don't want to hear it. That is my problem with Obi. Are you with me, Maiyegun?
Following you, sir. Honestly, I'm with you. And I have
what
something
is
to say as well.
What is Obi saying now that they didn't tell us in 2014? Nigeria is a fraud. It cannot work.
That's right.
We can't have a nation since 1960. 1960, Latin Babel.
62
Things are getting worse and worse. Do we have a better day than Western region? Let the Igbo tell me, do we have a better day than Eastern region?
No, we don't.
Even with all the money stolen by the northern oligarchy, can they tell us they have a better day than the better day of Sadauna? With all the money the military general they have stolen for years, can they tell us in northern Nigeria that northern Nigeria they are better now than the days of Sadauna? Please, Maiyegun,
yes, sir.
I'm over there and John to your long. Let's devote 2 days or 3 days. There are some small problems we can solve on this platform.
Yeah. Let me add 2 things quickly, sir. Let me add one thing before you go, sir.
I will allow you to talk. Just give me a job. If just 2 out of the 3 days, even just 1 day, there are brains here.
You see,
if it's just 10 families, we are living out of poverty in Yoruba land. Yeah. There are some few things we can do. Yeah. Please, this is MaiyegunDiary Politico.
That's right.
I'm not really now talking about politics.
Yes, sir. Let me.
Are you with me, sir?
Yeah. Let me add something.
Okay.
Just to let you know that we talk about solutions all the time. In fact, we help. You know about that. Okay. Even whatever we do may just be like a drop, okay? A drop in the ocean. Doesn't make so much impact, okay? But it is not always like going to be like it's not there. Now, to back what you are saying, we talk about solution all the time, but if we don't have the resources, sir, if we don't have resources to pursue all the ideas, it is still coming back to the same thing, all talks. And then, we have come to a time.
Can I say something?
Okay. Say it, sir. Say it. I'll let you say it.
I got you. Sir, even when I can't listen live,
yes, sir,
I listen to you. But what I'm saying is, see this solution we are talking about, we don't need to do big things. There are some small things we can do. Let me tell you, for instance, if you tell us this week, we are waiting for Yoruba Union, whatever. Yeah. As I know you and the people I know here, if we say we have a budget of, let's just say £2,000, I know this person can gather it in a week.
I agree with you, sir.
That £2,000, no matter how small it is to our capacity on this platform, we can do something. Let me give you just an example. I want to give my time for. I don't want to give suggestions tonight, but let me just give you one thing, for instance.
Right.
Are you with me?
Following you, sir. Please.
Okay, if you tell us that we need somebody on this platform, whether Lagos or Odogbolu, give us a plot of land that we can fence. Somebody will give you here. Just give me 1 or 2 minutes. Somebody will give you here.
Yeah, we have already been offered that too.
Tell us, we fence is that somebody will give us there. Okay, we want to put a borehole there. Somebody can do it for us there. Put just about 5 or 6 mama. Let them just be real. Hello, sir.
I am still with you, sir. Continue.
Okay, let's get 2 or 3 mama and some people. Let them be ready just to plant ugu. They will just be watering ugu. Are you with me?
I am following you. I mean, your idea, sir, your idea is brilliant, okay? And I understand the fact that on my part,
I have kept things so delayed. Like, you know, I shouldn't be reminded of all things we have already passed on this platform that we should have set up the resources to back it. But I am happy that you reminded me tonight. Okay, I have. I'll tell you one
just
secret
give me.
I'll give you one secret tonight because of our time. Okay. I heard you. I heard everything you have to say, sir. I get you. In fact, I get what you are saying. But I'll tell you one secret tonight, like everybody listening to me, right? Maybe because I actually walk myself, yeah? I don't somehow feel so comfortable, all right? Asking people to contribute money. Even as much as most of the time I have to do it, we've done it and I've successfully delivered. But somehow, to somebody like me, yeah, I kind of don't really always feel comfortable. Now, it seems that is making me to take a bit of take it slow when it comes to the issue of money and all of that, okay? But the way you have highlighted, I mean, analyze it now. Hang on, sir. The way you have said it now, we can always pick up something to do and then open it up here. Please, go on.
Just a minute more.
Okay.
Please, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
I know you. You know us. You know that I live in here. So people are waiting. They want to drop money.
No, I know.
They are waiting that Maiyegun, you are the one. We know your integrity. People are ready to solve problems here. Maiyegun, please. You just 5 family. We are doing 5 family out of poverty. Let me just give us a plot of land. We can fetch it land. Somebody can sponsor a borehole in that land. It's not a big thing. Somebody can analyze the soil for us. We have a fertile soil for Ugu plantation. Let them grow Ugu in that place. Even if we go to give it free, we know already we are doing something in a legal way. We are getting people out of poverty. Please, Maiyegun, if just a day in a week, let's focus on solving problems. God bless you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you too,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate your your sincerity in all honesty. But like I said, that's why I was doing everything about the Yoruba Union that could separate my full control from from this whole thing where I could get other people that could be getting things, running things while I do my own thing. So I'm sorry if I have in any way slowed down on my part. That's one of the reasons I don't really feel cool coming up every time and saying that we need to contribute money and all of that. I don't know. However, we will then probably have to attach whatever we want to do with whatever we are targeting. And when that is done, we can pick other things, as he said, in beats. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
I was listening. I did listen to the yesterday when this program was going on regarding challenge.
Yeah.
It was at the same time.
You watched it, did you?
Yeah, I did. It was at the same time.
Right.
So it was at the same time you are on yesterday as well, and I was. Yeah, you are alive. Yes, you are alive yesterday. So what I did was I went there quickly and said, okay, I can see what Maiyegun later or something like that.
No, like
when I was
today, and I think it drew a lot of audience yesterday from all over the place because people felt like with Dele Alake now, come on, 20 years ago, Dele Alake was a darling. Even Tinubu was a darling to many people. We today have not seen him, and they're like, no, maybe if it was Tinubu of 20 years ago, then they may actually dance to his side because he was a darling. So maybe that's the reason why many people listened to Alake yesterday. But guess what? He struggled all through. He struggled.
It's all true. I don't popolo.
Struggled throughout to me. Like Dele Alake to just shaba in the beauty so. When they try to
you don't get there. You got to listen. You know, your body so bad. Your body so bad. You pay no bad of go do. Ojo kono to na ba.
Ojo koni sir.
Your body so bad. Ojo koni. That's exactly what is happening. Now again, regarding this, I've been seeing online now. This is Yoruba. They are in French today, and then I can see what are you talking? Yesterday I did watch it. Today as well, I was like, oh, come on, we're going to have this in this year by God's grace.
People are doing their best.
I was so happy.
I keep saying that, Baba,
yes.
See, if to say, I've said it this many times, okay? I said, if to say the Yorubas have been able, if we have been able to get ourselves together, we have the capacity. If this whole movement have access to at least $100 million available for his running, like people are ready. But if you don't have real resources to back them, it is like trying to drag them out. And people are doing their best, like you said. The people are doing their best.
They're really trying.
Yeah.
Of course. They're really trying their best. I was even surprised. I was happy. And at the same time, I was like, what's going on here? Is it live or what? And I was saying it was live.
Yes.
I was saying, wow, that's cool. I was so happy. And you listen to Baba again, Baba
Akintoye.
Akintoye was saying that it's a Yoruba contest. We Yoruba are not going against what he's doing or whatever. But what would this the point? And then this is exactly what this is our own point. That give me a clue that something's going to happen this year.
Yes. I am positive too.
Something's going to happen this year.
I am positive, right? That is why I said that collective effort it should be, but there's so much water under the bridge as we can know.
Under the bridge,
like you said, if we can push it and keep pushing, something is going to happen, and I believe too.
I believe strongly. But by the time I saw that thing, I was like, okay, I know God is going to do it for us. I mean, this is going to happen.
It's a matter of time.
Because that's what we want. That's what we want. Some crazy was
asking for us to be on our own. Okay, war. Yes, sir. We are not crossing border. Anywhere. It is just where we are. We want to be in charge of our own affairs. Why is
our own affairs, and that's it.
You don't war now.
We don't war. I don't just know. I just don't know. You see, then APC, they're just by the way because they don't know. They don't have between themselves. They are not okay. They're not well organized. So definitely, I don't think.
One thing about that of APC is that normally, if we say APC, PDP, Labour, they are the same. Right, is because they all have the same intention, claiming to have solutions to fix Nigeria. Okay, but among them, Esa, in all honesty, APC like normal. Should any APC person, to feel honest, should they be offended that people? This one said they don't like them, they don't want them. Like you shouldn't be offended now with all you have done.
You should be offended, yes. Exactly. Now again. Maiyegun, let me draw you. Do you watch Arise today?
Well, I saw one
this morning,
but I didn't watch full of it. I watched. That's all you want to say. Tell me, so because I remember one person also came, a Tinubu person on there. Maybe that's the one.
No, this one is not Tinubu. This one is not Tinubu. This one is about the deaf oil. The deaf oil. This man. Now he was saying that he was pointing to what is this guy called? Including your very self, you are guilty of it. With the exception of Buhari, that was am I included? What do you say me? Why do why it was so interesting?
They don't want to associate with Buhari.
No. He was saying this guy was saying that Buhari was not involved in all this, and then the guy asked him, "Buhari is the Minister of Petroleum. How dare you say he's not involved?"
That is not involved. I get you now. I think I get that now. That's what you see. One thing is let me tell you the way they deviate and try to divert attention. Right? Once you try to say APC has failed, some of them will say, "Yes, we know that APC failed, but it is not Buhari. It is the people." Working for him.
Exactly, that's what he's saying. It is the people. Who are these people?
Because Buhari is not the one that is going to fight security. Buhari is not the one that is going to fix the economy. It is the people working for. So they absorb him, right? On the other hand, for Tinubu's side, what happened is that Tinubu brought Buhari, just like he made everybody else. Tinubu make people. When they are successful, that's Tinubu's success. So if APC has failed, let's agree that it's APC that failed. It has nothing to do with Tinubu because Tinubu is different from APC. All those things, they put them in place to keep you confused. And it's working on so many other people easily. They tell you, Tinubu be Buhari ni. Shebina Tinubu Buhari, but Tinubu is the one that is going to make decision for him. 2014.
Are they not the same party? Are they not on the same platform?
Uh-huh.
This is the question. Are they not on the same platform? Because the same platform, I mean, so it's going to be the same.
You know.
Ruben was even quiet like this morning. He wouldn't say even consider it because he was referring to Ruben. Ruben, you saw everything you done in your government. You saw all these what was it called, this thing, what happened during PDP. Ruben couldn't say anything because it was like, what are you talking about?
You know
what? Because all these fraud has been committed by the PDP, and it's a continuation.
Person like Ruben Abati, they are one of the faces of shameless, old people who had their chance and they blew it. Okay, it was a spokesperson to Jonathan.
It was a spokesperson.
He collected 400 million naira for 2015.
I had about 500. I used to 400. I had about 500 million.
No, it was Femi Kayode that got 500. They said that Abati collected 900 and something. He came out, he said no, it was only 400 million. Yeah, it was nearly 1 billion they accused him of collecting, but he said it was only 400. They said, what did you use the money for? He said he used the money for publicity for Jonathan. Is the publicity what's they call our PA on public whatever to Jonathan president
public press or whatever.
They are sharing that money now. 400 million he gets in own cuts. Kobo dollar Abati in no return. Then lock him up for Kuje with Obanikoro, Femi Kayode, Bala Muhammad, who else again? They lock all of them up in Kuje. Guess what? They no return. So can somebody like that actually have opinion about leadership, sir? And I will sit down and I'll be saying,
even I've not been hearing from Panika. I've been quiet.
Femi Fanika, that one collected 4.6 billion. You know.
It was just now the moment is like, what if you like to my shit here? Shit my shit here.
Go follow Dada. He already started with the same tribal tirade already now. He's already shooting the tribal, what have you already? You see, this week, before weekend, some of the things I've said today, because I've said them, some of you will begin to pay attention to them. And suddenly, surprisingly, including your WhatsApp, all these messages will begin to find their way around you. And you'll be like, Maiyegun, how come I'm receiving more of them these days? How come all the posts that has to do with tribal slaw, hatred, and the rest of that between Igbos and Yoruba? How come the messages I'm receiving? Sir, what you activate, you want? I don't lie you.
Anyway,
the end result. So thank you so much.
Exactly. We thank God for everything. We are coming up in. I mean, things is coming up now. We're talking about Alake, and I'm enjoying this.
It's almost. We are almost there, Baba.
Yeah, we're almost there. Thank you so much. Yeah, really like that alone.
Yeah, Baba. Can you nice evening?
Thank you. I will. Bye bye.
So I am looking at us closing it in a moment. I still have one or two other people on the line who wants to probably add their voice to this. You see that point that my caller raised earlier about us doing something, even if it's going to be once or twice a week on a particular cause. So I am going to say tomorrow, if you support this. So tomorrow we are going to push that of the food bank that I discussed with us a few days ago. So I'm going to analyze that tomorrow. And we're going to raise some money for that, okay? So if we successfully do that, we'll mobilize a team in Lagos. We'll mobilize that same team in Lagos to undo at least 4 places in Yoruba land. Now, all these places will be announced in a way and what they are bringing to you. So I am going to work on it. And then we might actually start some fundraiser from tomorrow. Again, I am just a messenger. If your response indeed is positive and then encouraging, that means you want us to do it. So if I launch that and then there's no real response, so to say, which I've never got no response from you, I'm just saying. So if we launch that tomorrow, and I'm going to have a Princess also on the program tomorrow, possibly. Sorry, my caller, please hang on for me for a minute. Now, I'm going to get Princess on there tomorrow, and I'm going to get somebody else as well on the program tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm not going to have any delay, okay? If I get them on tomorrow, we are going to attach a sort of a tag to this. I'm going to come up with something, okay? Easy way to be part of it and how you can make a contribution. Now, we can then mobilize them to test the water. This time around, it's not going to be publicity that we normally do. It's going to be a different one. And if you respond well tomorrow, we might actually start from, some substantial amount or some little amount. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. So get ready for it. And if it happens, then that's it. We can begin to do that every month, among other things, okay? Sorry, my caller. Hello there.
Good evening, Maiyegun. How's the family?
We thank God. Thanks so much for asking. How are you and the family too?
I'm okay. I'm calling from France, Silva.
Say your name again. Sorry.
Silva. The guy that
Silva.
told you.
Yeah, Silva from France. You said, yeah.
You are right.
Brilliant, sir. Maiyegun, you are live. Everybody can hear you. Go on.
Okay, my own opinion, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
You know, these people, without the Biafra, without the Oduduwa, they are criminals. They will always place the person they want to be president of Nigeria.
For their own interest.
You know that.
I'm with you.
For their own interest only. So whatever we do, they don't care. They have already made up their mind that we install whoever they want for their own interest. For Nigeria to continue feeding their big stomach, APC and PDP.
While the people continue to die in the hands of their choice, politics and all that.
100% right. But why I could have suggest for those that are saying this Peter Obi will do well, for me, the followers could quickly talk to Obi. If Obi is really genuine for the cause of Nigeria, he should carry everybody that has good mind along.
Okay.
If Obi is really genuine, that yes, I'm here to fight for the betterment of everybody, justice for oppressed, he should carry everybody along. Those he know that have been fighting the injustice, thing is to reach out so that they can join forces, so that they can join forces to bring APC and PDP to their knees.
I think that's their selling point now. They said they want to bring APC and PDP to their knees. That is the young people, by the way, the young people who said that. But at the same time, some people are saying that if you look very well, the people that want to bring APC and PDP down with Obi, they are also masked people from the system too. Or people are saying that
Thank you, sir.
That
Thank
they
you,
are only
sir.
picking. Go on, sorry, I'll let you speak. Go on.
You know the part I'm talking about. Let's be honest. Before Peter Obi, we have Dele Parotimi there. Yes. We have this fella's son, Senkuti. We have Moyele there. Those people have already been against the system for long, who have been demanding for justice for everybody. How far we have reached to these people? Bring everybody together with peace. Let's join forces. This is not the time for Showre supposed to be campaigning on his own.
Right.
If Obi mean well, there is nobody you can talk to. Obi have already declared himself as a president. Fine. Showre can. All Showre wants is better Nigeria. He is not a man I see as a desperate person to be president. Okay. Reach out, bring all these people together. I can tell you, Obi will be successful to see him as next president of Nigeria. Without that, my brother is wasting time, because I will give you an analysis.
Right.
One, you can't tell me there is no Northerner who loves Showre will like to vote for him. You can't tell me that. Showre will be fighting for the chair.
I can't tell you that. Go on.
Yes. So I'll be fighting for the CI people. You were aware, Maiyegun.
Yes.
So I'll be standing for Nnamdi Kanu. You were aware, Maiyegun.
Yes.
So I'll be standing for the Sunday Igbo people. You are aware, Maiyegun.
100% right, yeah.
So how are you going to tell me if we collide all these things together to say Obi will go? How do you think APC and PDP will feel?
Well, maybe shock.
There will be shock. Thank you, Maiyegun, for saying that. I'm just telling you because these two devils come PDP and APC.
Yeah.
Obi alone cannot defeat them. Mark my word today. I repeat, it can't. Never. I know what I'm telling you.
It has
because
to be a
these people,
collaborative thing.
For every of the oppressed, he to already join a big campaign. I'm campaigning for him. Dele Timi, Sheun Kuti, those people that be fighting for the oppressed, these are genuine people.
Right.
These are good-hearted people.
Right.
These are not people who seek politics to reach their self. We all know it. They have been there from day one.
Thank you so
much. It will make a very big way for Obi to go. Say this one, we are just saying obedience is good. I don't hear demand, but he need more forces. I repeat, he need more forces. Thank you, Maiyegun. God bless
you. Silva. You have a good evening, okay? My regards to our people in France. It be like say, I go learn how to start to speak in French so that somebody like Silva will likely know where we are before they can indeed help us nourish our own contribution on here. I just had to go on another Trabaye with Silva. It's a different platform, a different planet. I just came back. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. You know,
sorry,
it's very nice. This your program.
I went on a ride with Silva just now, so I just came back. But now here you are. You are my next caller. So please, everybody.
I said this your topic for the past is very, very interesting. You know,
they have always been.
It's eye-opening, you know. So you know what I want to say is that 2023 is around the corner, and you know this ethnic tension they are trying to stoke. You have already nailed it, and I know many people because I'm listening to we are in about 8 of us. We are listening to you. We're just in my city room.
Oh, bless you all.
You know, my friends.
Thanks, man.
And we have Igbo, we have Yoruba. All of us are Jokobi Akongu Noni.
You see?
So, but we start asking our question. You know, it's what you are saying, just taking in. So, what we felt that Igbo and Yoruba, Igbo and Yoruba, they haven't had a problem before. You know what I mean?
We don't.
So,
I say to some of our people, right, that even all of you who know all this game, it will get to a stage where they will saturate the social media with all of this tribal law. Even you that believe that you are smart, it will get to some stage, you get pushed to pick up that phone and just reply like, what the hell is wrong with you? How dare you say this? And that's exactly what they want. They are pushing us there. It's better we want ourselves ahead of time. Please. Baba?
And that's what you are doing. You are doing good job because as I'm telling you now, ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó yẹ Dele àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ yíbò ló fẹ́ àjọ wo mo wà room mo sì mo fún ọ́lẹ̀ sí city room or mo fẹ́ kọ́ gbọ́n tó máa sọ so they are watching it ìyàwó ẹ̀ the feeling is too bad, you know, like why are people have to do like this, you know what I'm saying? So how are you going to get this message?
Honestly.
How are you going to get this message to our people? Because àwọn àgbòrò ẹ ló máa ń ṣe kíní yẹn just like kò ń ṣe àwọn àgbòrò
share you baba tẹ bá kọ́kọ́ tí wọ́n ń share lórí WhatsApp on top 2023 election, Baba, you may decide to deactivate all your social media just for your sanity and get away from all it's not good. And I can tell you, it's already taking a foothold. People are already being indoctrinated into this hateful campaigns. And they don't see it as anything. They just say it normally. I'm a Yoruba man. I'm not a bastard. So that means if you're a Yoruba man and you don't support Tinubu, you are a bastard. What kind of message is that? It's already spreading, Baba. We just need to tell those who still have their common sense that please, then go mess up with your head if you allow them.
Oh, let me tell you, they can Tinubu and Obi, let them do the election. And to my vote for vote for
now.
They should not kill anybody. Let them go and vote whatever you want to vote for. Nobody is stopping from voting. So maybe we're going to vote. Come vote. Why one Nigeria?
And now go for it. But
when
you
no
now
drag Yoruba
and Igbo to it, to what I want Joe business, only business, tan Joe Leonile, tan Joe Bata and Glera Wakpa, because that's the end result, the end goal. And we know why.
And the caller said something that, you know, the terrorists will be waking up alcohol. And it's true. To be honest, you are giving them a chance to really do whatever they want to do. You see? And once they say, come out by Luaje, because Jeremiah Wambe, it's going to be in Southwest.
Yes.
It's not going to be in the East, to be honest.
No.
Southwest, because consider Melo Wambe. So we should avoid all this type of rubbish. And that's what I want to say. Just please do more.
I mean,
how are you going to get the message, please? That's my concern.
Thank you so much. We need to keep saying it. Guess what? There are so many people who watches Maiyegun, okay? Even for those who actually watches Maiyegun because they just want to tell him to shut up and leave Tinubu alone. But in the process, they are all kind of will agree that somehow they pick up things that they can reflect on even after the show. Like, oh,
yeah, you are right.
You know what I mean?
So another thing, the last thing is that
the
Labour Party, the Labour does not have okay. It came as a surprise. There's no money these Fulani people there. I don't think they will even want them to win, to be honest. Because when you look at the setup of people that are on top of Labour, they call them a surprise.
Yoruba and Igbos no pojumbe. We should you know what I mean? But in northern Nigeria, Baba, Shemeka tell you something. This is one of the lies that we said, if we stop lying to ourselves, maybe once we stop lying to ourselves, we'll begin to see the real problem and we'll stop avoiding them, thinking we are smart. We could devise solution by not according to the problems, right? Sir, in the northern Nigeria, do you know that if you are a Peter Obi supporter, your job is to convince other northerner or voter that Obi is not an infidel, okay? Obi is a good person. Not because Obi is capable or is not capable. Not because he's qualified, he's not qualified. They have to convince them that he is not an infidel. Talking about religion, it's a different campaign up north. All they have to do, APC and PDP, all they have to do is to remind the northerner that is an infidel. Now, I've been following many of this group, right? This is their major headache. How to sell Obi to the northern voters and make them realize that he is not an infidel. They said they will break the jinx, Baba, but it is the most Herculean task that they are yet to admit as we speak. Baba?
It's not going to be easy for him. Thank you so much.
God bless you so much.
Thank you.
Well. Baba, thank you very much and say me well to everybody in the room when you get back to the living room, okay? I'm saying hi to everybody.
Yeah, I have to say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having or spending your evening with me tonight. In fact, watching together like you are watching the EPL, English Premier League. It is a thing of joy, and I am happy that I earned that honor from all of you in that room, okay? My main intention is to make sure that we understand our politics, not just understand them. You have every choice to make your choices, at the same time understand the consequences of those choices. And when those consequences are happening, we should never be part of those who are going to help them, stoke the ember of division, ember of hate based on our tribe, religion, culture, and every other things that actually differentiates us as a people. So if you can spend your evening with me, hours of that, I value them. Say me well to them, Baba. So thank you so much once again in this regard. I'm going to call it a night. I have enjoyed the evening. I have shared my view. You have shared yours. I have learned one or two things, and I bet a lot of you have also learned one or two things as well. In most cases, right? The decision of what you think is right or what you think is not is up to you. You have all the pieces here. Put them together and never feign ignorance. Don't make yourself available for those whose intention is not actually about you or to make you better or make your life better. When they jump about and say they want to fix Nigeria, look at the problems of Nigeria that you understand. Look at the solution they are preferring and see through their hypocrisy, their lies. And don't make yourself available all the time to be, or setting yourself up all the time, only to be outbroken, to be swindled, to be manipulated, and then to be scammed. Now, choice is yours. And they say information is life or power. If you have access to the right information, do not turn a blind eye. Don't let them use you to propagate the the bloodbath campaign that they are actually banking on in order to remain or keep power in a way not to serve you, but to serve themselves. The choice is yours once again. In all you do not ever allow any politician or political party or political group or political person on social media, off social media, to recruit you into their camp of hate and hatred. As it is what has torn Nigeria apart. It is what that is about to balkanize Nigeria. Now, they are not doing anything to fix that. You should never make yourself available among those who are going to share their hateful messages. Call your family members that are indeed vulnerable, susceptible to all this manipulation. The end result is what? Stoke the the tribal tension, stoke the religious tension, stoke every tension they can stoke in order for them to keep you all confused, divided, hateful. And at the end of the day, again, you are never going to be the winner. If they ask you who are going to be the loser of all of this, it's always the people, sadly, because they keep doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. I choose never to be part of that. But whatever you choose, please remember, you are responsible for all of your actions. Thank you once again. Thank you so much for my super chatter. And thank you to every one of you who took your time to still subscribe as newcomer today, and all the veterans, the callers, the commenters, and then the likers, every one of you. You have been part of it from start to finish. I hope I see you some other time. Don't leave without leaving your own offering. Like, share, subscribe, and see me here next time. Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà gbówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀lọ́mọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.